The year is 1933. In South America, the Chaco War between Bolivia and Paraguay is in full swing. The two countries are fighting over contested territory, which is believed to be rich in oil. You have been employed by a humanitarian charity, the Caduceus Foundation, to deliver medical aid to civilians caught up in the war. Caduceus has flown you to Asunción in Paraguay, from where you travelled across country by various means. You were escorting doctors, nurses, and medical supplies to an aid camp deep in the jungle of Gran Chaco. As well as needing medically trained staff, this mission also requires adventurous types trained in wilderness and jungle survival, anthropologists, and linguists. The aid caravan you were escorting consists of several mules carrying the bulk of the supplies, as well as everyone's luggage. 3 porters, 2 doctors, 4 nurses, and the team leader, Dr. Arturo Ucini. Well, let us do a little bit of a transition. Hopefully this will preload for everybody. So there is a few other things as well. So there might be some additional bits of information that you know, depending on the success of a few rolls. So if everybody before to start off, so everybody make a roll. You can choose to either make a credit rating roll, a library use roll, or an education roll. It's entirely up to you which it is.
Ooh. Oh, I'm going to go a library.
Credit rated library or what?
Or education.
Those are my days.
Yeah, let's see.
This is 1 level of success.
I'm going with education.
1 level of
5,
success.
it's my best.
Definitely going.
So this information you can either play. Oh wow!
Would you look at that?
It goes downhill from there.
Yeah, none of us need bother. In fact, I think Vinny has just won the campaign.
I just won the campaign. Sorry,
well done, Vinny. Congratulations, everyone. It was lovely to see you all here.
So the question is, do you want to assume that you share this information, or we're going to play it that you just keep these tidbits of information to yourselves?
Tell me my information, then I'll decide.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think has everybody passed that?
I think we did, yeah.
So just waiting for Mr. Savage.
Yeah.
Mr. Savage to roll.
Oh, Randy Savage.
Oh, you know what? I
man.
did roll, but why is that not appearing?
Did there a little window appear after you clicked on the...
Of course, that's why. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll roll again then.
What's the roll?
Are you just logged in as All Seeing Eye?
No, I'm logged in somewhere else as well. But it's saying I see.
Oh, that'll be.
I see what it did. I see what it did. We will continue without while I rerun this in private browser mode for that. So give me a moment and.
Okay, so we've got some successes. I think everybody's successful on that. So. A little bit of background on the Caduceus organization. It was founded in 1912 by Joshua Meadham of New York, who sold his pharmaceutical empire that had been building up over the past 30 years. This was a surprising move to his close associates, as he had acquired quite a reputation as a cutthroat businessman. No one who knew him could imagine him doing anything else than run his pharmaceutical business. But despite this, Joshua Meadham took the proceeds of the sale and used them to found a charitable organization devoted to providing emergency medical care across the globe, especially for those areas affected by epidemics, natural disasters, and war. So the second little bit of information about Caduceus. If you can choose to make either an occult roll, an anthropology roll, a history roll, or a hard education roll. So that's occult, anthropology, history, or a hard education.
Oh my lord!
That's.
Well, you're still not giving me much choice at all, like. My
I'm
days.
trying to find a cult. Hold on, bear with me.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't know anything in
Oh
that.
my god,
So-
I'm gonna have to go history. That's the
I'll go for hard education, so I think it's my closest bet. Wait, what's history?
Not bad.
Jamie's got success.
I failed. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a fail.
Oh, that's a
That's a pass.
regular success, but that
Regular
you wanted
pass.
a hard,
Yeah.
so it's not.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, so Karina and Jamie, there you go. So the organization takes its name from the symbol of a short staff entwined by two serpents, the caduceus, which is also sometimes known as the staff of Hermes. It's often, though, incorrectly associated with medicine due to the similarity to the rod of Acephalus, which is a single snake entwined around a staff. This confusion may also be attributed to the supposed powers of the staff, which is said to be able to wake the sleeping, send the awake to sleep, or if applied to the dying, they make their death gentle, and if applied to the dead, to return them to life. But also, in more mundane terms, is also a symbol of commerce and negotiation. So make of that what you will. And then there's a couple of bits of background information about Bolivia. So you can choose whether to make a education role, a library use role, history, anthropology, or even a hard natural world role.
I'm going to go history again, I think.
I'm going with hard
And
on
failed
education again. Oh, that came right off season one.
yeah, we've got history, natural world.
Hard education.
Yeah, education. Yeah, education, library use, history, anthropology, or a hard natural world.
So if you did a hard education, what?
No, it's not hard education. It's just education, is it?
Yeah, just normal
Okay,
education
sorry.
role.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fancy dice. So
Ooh.
Just Karina.
Okay,
I
so
failed miserably.
So Bolivia is a landlocked country in South America, and prior to the arrival of the Spanish conquistadors, that's fail as well. But
I rolled.
Randy.
Yay!
Macho
Well, that's a
man.
success in itself. So prior to the arrival of the Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century, the land we know as Bolivia was part of the Incan Empire. Bolivia became an independent country in 1825. The population is multi-ethnic, with Spanish being the most predominant language, and the Bolivian climate, despite it being so far south, it's a subtropical climate with temperatures ranging from 15 to 29 degrees centigrade, and the weather is typically rainy and humid. So your destination lies in the Gran Chaco northern region, which is a sparsely populated area. Its terrain is it's not a typical rainforest. It's more a mixture of arid areas with forest, and the forests are made up of low-growing hardwood trees. Thorny bushes are common and spread over large areas, and elsewhere there's grass. You've got tall grasses. There's very few in the way of roads or rail lines that run through remote areas. And regards animal life, it's quite varied and exotic, including armadillos, jaguars, tapirs, capybaras, piranha. So
nice
swimming, and many lizards and snakes. All manner of biting and stinging insects and poisonous toads to boot. So, with that out of the way, you've been traveling through the jungle for a few days now since leaving the landing point. And Dr. Orsini has been keeping monitoring communications with the radio that you're carrying. It's a big old style radio. So one of the mules is carrying this radio. It's massive setup that requires. It's got an aerial that requires somebody to climb up to a high point, usually a tree, to set up the aerial before it's able to receive a signal. So there's been some communication back and forth between Caduceus, between the aid camp, which is generally privy only to Dr. Ucini. But there is perchance a small chance that you might have overheard one of the conversations that has been going off that has left Dr. Ursini with a concerned look on his face. And to see if anybody was privy to that, just need one success from one person. You can make a listen roll.
Listen.
Listen. So the radio is carried by one of the porters as well, by the way. I think I said it was on a mule, but it's not. It's carried by one of the porters. That's a no. That's a no.
That's a no. Jinx.
That's a no.
Wow. What?
And that's a no. Oh, something's crawled in your ears.
Why is that?
Are we all rolling listen? Sorry, I've not rolled yet.
Yeah, you can roll. So it's all.
Please
it's all on
pass.
you.
Please pass.
It's all on
Try
you.
my best. I'm quite good at listening. Just.
Oh,
right,
nice.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Can I just ask, so why that roll had 2 skulls when a 90?
A 96, it's classed as a
It's a
fumble.
fumble.
It is a fumble.
I thought it would just be like the.
If you have over 50 in a skill, then it's only on 100. If you have less than 50, it's from 96 to 100.
96 and above.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh,
Jay.
okay.
Foppolino. Well done.
So Vinny, you
Yes.
the conversation that Dr. Ursini had with Caduceus was to inform them that they lost radio contact with the aid camp, which happened 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
And only I've overheard this.
Dr. Ursini's contact at Caduceus advised caution, but told him not to worry too much because it's probably in the middle of the jungle. It's probably just down to technical problems that they're having with the radio. But anyway, so that was like a couple of days ago.
2 days ago, you said, eh? Right,
Yeah.
okay. Writing it down.
So you've been traveling probably about a total of 4 days now through the jungle. What positions are you taking up on it? Like I said, there's this caravan that's strung out. There's a series of mules. There's the doctors walking along the caravan. There's the nurses, and there's also 3 porters. One of which is carrying the radio. So what would you be actually doing? What would be your daily routine?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Right.
we'll go.
I'm playing Alfie Munro, an investigative journalist. So I guess he's gonna be. He'll be moving his way through the group, I think, and he'll be asking innocuous questions to the. He'll start with the porters, the people kind of lower down the rung. He's asking about Caduceus. He's a real cynic, is Alfie. He doesn't really believe there's such a thing as true philanthropy, which kind of is why he's on this trip. He's applied to join up with Caduceus, and he figures that there's something else going on. He's like I say, he's a cynic, so he doesn't believe that these guys are just doing it out of the goodness of their heart. And so he's moving his way through the group and asking them innocuous questions, trying to gain their trust, I think. That's what he's been doing over the last few days.
Okay. And how about Vinny? So yeah, as if you can explain that and introduce your character as well at the same time.
Okay. So Vinny is he's a half Irish American, half Italian American actor who's hired by how do you say it, Caduceus, for his linguist skills. He's also a linguist, but he's a budding young actor and or trying to be anyway. Or likes to think he is, and he's here for his linguistic skills. So he's out the front of the caravan. He's always eyes alert, looking around at places because he's very inclined that way to keep an eye out on things. And if we have like local people as part of the caravan, if we have local guides, he'd be close to them and listening to what they're saying, because he likes to listen to every language and pick up as much of it as he can. That'll be what he's doing while in the caravan.
Okay. And how about Katrina?
I'm just trying to think. I'm not entirely sure. I think Karina would be just mingling, trying to listen what's going on, but also quite possibly trying to get close. Just let's just say curiosity. With Ursini, is that what Ursini?
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Ursini.
That's how I'm pronouncing it. So yeah.
Okay. I spelled it how it was said, so I just wanted to
It's
check.
Italian. So
Okay. So yeah, trying to get close with Ursini when she can. She's come along, obviously. She also has some linguistic skills. You know, she can speak some of the local language, and you know, isn't too shabby to have around in situations, I guess.
okay. And how about Randall?
Yes, it's Randall Sad Savage. Hunter extraordinaire. Of course, I don't attribute that to myself. That's what the people who write about me call me. And ho there, pip pip. I have hunted many species all around the world. I'm famous for it, for sure. You have heard about me in the past. For instance, the blonde, snub-nosed monkey of Botswana. They were particularly difficult to hunt down because by the time I got to the area where they were almost extinct. That is, almost extinct until I got to them. Got the last one. Did it. That's what I'm famous for. I'm famous for always making sure that I get them. Nobody else will be able to hunt them from now on. And that's where the fame is, because then when somebody writes about my escapades and they sell that story to the paper, nobody will be able to ever write about them again. Or perhaps the Colombian red-faced zabroids. Have you ever heard of them? Of course you haven't. A very kind and trusting animal, very close to what humans are. They have family entities. They're very trusting. They would come up right to you and eat out of the palm of your hand. Yep, extinct now. Got the last one. Those are just two examples of the of what I hunt. If you want something hunted, if you want something cataloged, if you need something gotten rid of, I'm your man. Of course, animals only, not humans, unless of course you've considered pygmy tribes from the continent humans. Then, well, you know, perhaps then yes, humans. Very, very nice to meet you all.
Follow that, Ange.
Yeah, and finally, Jamie.
Hi. I don't believe it. Why can you done him last? I'm
can you
Jamie
do
Moore.
that?
I'm an archaeologist and adventurer. I am very passionate and caring, and I'm resilient. But I have a very adventurous streak, and when I have a passion, I pursue it regardless, even when I am totally challenged. I'm a bit of a dab hand with a rapier. I'm on this. I've come out to this jungle because I've had a bit of a falling out with my lover, so I'm making him suffer and realize what he's missing. So I'm now sort of like, you know, because he knows, once he knows that I'm not around for a while, he's going to really miss me.
Okay. And one last thing, can I ask you all to make a luck roll?
Ooh.
Oh, that's unfair.
What if you say no?
Well, I shall just assume you got the worst roll possible.
Oh, right.
Oh, surprise.
Oh, who rolled that? Oh my days, that's not very good either.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh no, guys, what's going on?
Hey,
I
Oh,
passed.
dear.
I passed.
how rude.
Okay. So, You're
Gonna
probably
get
only
infected already, aren't we?
you're only about a few miles now from the aid camp. So you should arrive there by sort of mid to late afternoon. And you've noticed that during the day, Dr. Arturo Ucini has been very preoccupied with something. And as the caravan takes a brief halt, he calls you to sort of gather round and for a group huddle, if you will.
Hmm.
And with a hint of uncertainty in his voice, he says, he leans in close and whispers, says, "This is a breach of protocol, but damn it, you need to know. You shouldn't have been sent out here until you were brought into the inner circle anyway. Caduceus, it isn't what it pretends to be."
I knew it. Do tell.
And we were really sent out here to... And there's a rifle shot rings out, and Dr. Essini's head explodes in a spray of blood, covering Vinny.
Oh,
And you lose a point of sanity as you covered in Dr. Ucini's contents of Dr. Ucini's head.
this isn't Armani. What are you talking about? Oh.
Oh my god! I draw my rapier.
Yeah. I'm diving for cover.
Yeah. I'll think about that in a minute. I'm just getting over my suit, man. Just got this tailored.
I'm glancing around frantically, trying to see where that. If I can, well, kind of looking where the shot came from, because if he was like was standing in front of us or whatever, the shot would have come from there.
Yeah, do I get a good idea where the shot came from? Because the blood splattered on me, so I must know what direction I've been hit by blood with.
Okay, so as you look around, you can see what looks to be a Bolivian army captain. Just a few, maybe about 100 yards away through the jungle, is stood up in clear view, and to the side of him, you can see another 4 Bolivian soldiers, all armed with shotguns, and they just set off a volley of shots, just ripping the undergrowth to shreds.
Well, this was
Yeah,
certainly
so-
no shotgun that
So-
killed this doctor.
Wait,
Apparently, I am not the
I'm shooting at us.
Are they shooting at us?
Well, the captain certainly was shooting at the doctor.
Oh.
Oh,
And
so
as he ejects the shell from his rifle, he takes aim.
Randall, get down, you fool!
Apparently, one of you.
I die for cover.
Yeah.
it would appear that I am not the only hunter in this group now.
Get down, Randall, you fool.
You.
I don't shout that. I don't care about these people. I die for cover.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I
not
love
close
when-
to being extinct.
I've not made any friends yet.
I look for the nearest tree and run behind it.
Okay. Radio.
Why would the
So-
Bolivians want to shoot a doctor of an aid group?
I would probably do the same with getting behind a tree rather than jumping in the dirt.
Okay.
I'm hoping for a stump or a bush or something to get down behind it. Like, we're just diving, hoping
Dive
for
into
the
the
best,
undergrowth,
looking for
yeah.
something.
Randall, get down!
Okay. So what's everybody's dexterity score then? So that's I think Randall's got a 70.
5,
Here as well.
70,
I have
yeah,
a
70.
60.
80.
95.
Oh wow.
Check you out.
Okay, so you're like ducking, or rather taking cover behind trees, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just hit the deck, Trevor.
Okay, well, if you wanna hit the deck, that would be, it can roll as a dodge roll. If you just step in behind the nearest tree, then that'll be something else entirely. If you want to throw
Oh.
yourself on the ground, that'll be a dodge roll.
Oh, man.
As they set off, fire off another volley of shots. Okay, as the shots start flying as well, the caravan panics as they scream. The mules panic, and some of them bolt, while a couple of the porters throw what they're carrying to the floor and drop to the floor themselves. And the nurses and doctors are all scrambling for cover. You see one of the porters suddenly gives a shout and just crumples to the floor. But yeah, so they're firing off another shot because they've got their guns ready and aimed. They get a bonus to their dexterity rank, which means they're going to go first. So let's see. So the captain takes another shot. It's going to work. Come on. No. We'll do it that way. Oh dear. Now things aren't working for me. Oh, there it is. So I've covered it up. Okay, right. So a bullet impacts just into a tree just by Katrina's head. Ooh. And you hear the click of the bolt action rifle as he ejects the shell and loads up and readies for another shot. The other soldiers they fire off the second round from their shotguns, but because of the distance that they're out, there's no way they get anywhere near with their shots. It's as you can imagine, a shotgun's a much closer range weapon, and they're still quite a distance out.
I get my revolver out and try and return fire.
Okay, well, who are you gonna target?
The main guy.
Captain.
The captain.
Okay, go ahead then.
Yeah.
So he's stood. He's not attempting to take any cover. He just stood there almost in plain sight. It's slightly obscured by some of the vegetation, but you can quite easily see him.
Okay, I was just selecting a target.
Are they saying anything in this? So what language are they speaking?
They're not speaking at all.
For some reason, it's not letting me do it.
The game's paused.
Oh.
Yeah, that should make it. There it is. It's in the chat. So it's in the chat now. Oh, your weapon is not loaded.
Oh, well, I don't know how to load it.
Okay, let's load your weapon. Where are we?
It's because Foundry's too clever. It knows if your gun's loaded or not.
Yeah, so if you go into your combat tab on your character sheet, you'll be able to see your revolver, and to the right of it, there's a little ring of circles that like the barrel of a revolver. And if there you go.
See, Foundry's too clever.
Okay. Oh, I'll try again then.
Yeah. It's you can click it in the chat. So you got so you can choose between a single shot or a multi-shot.
I see. Oh, I'll just keep pressing. I'll press that again.
Yeah, that's why there's about 3 instances in the chat.
Single shot.
Yeah. So if you look in the chat, there's like a info card. There you go. So yeah, you hit. That's a hard success.
Yes.
So then
Nice.
you've got a roll damage button as well now in the chat.
Oh.
8 points of damage.
Wow.
Click pain.
Nice shooting.
Okay. 8 points of damage now. Okay, right. Let's see. Where's that hitting? Let's see where that's hit.
In his eye.
Oh, so you hit him in like a glancing shot to the neck, and there's a spray of blood, and you see like strangely like a flap of skin hanging loose where the bullets hit him.
Ooh.
And hand goes. He like almost drops his rifle, and a hand goes up to his neck. And yeah. So you can. Are you just staying where you are? You can move, of course.
No,
as well, if you wish.
I am doing my best to start a flank on them through the undergrowth.
Okay, you can make a spot hidden, Vinny. Then
It's a slow flank. I'm not getting too excited. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
Spot hidden, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Nice.
success. Just
Nice.
Success. Okay, so notice there are. Let me just clear myself some space here. There are 2 more soldiers attempting to flank you. One to the left and right. Attempting to flank your group. And they're much closer than the rest of the soldiers.
Like shotgun range.
Have they seen me?
They do. They're well aware of where you are. And one of them opens fire on you.
Good luck, me. Can't dodge your firearms.
She can choose to dive for cover if you wish.
How close to me is he?
They are. Let's see. I would say they are within medium range of you with a shotgun.
I don't have any ventriloquism skill. I wanted to try and like make a whistle like behind them to distract one of them.
So it's about 20 yards away from you.
Right, I'm going to grab a rock from the ground in one hand, and I'm going to grab a rock in each hand, and I'm going to throw one. I'm going to launch one over there, and hopefully they look over in that direction. And then if he does, I'm going to jump up and sprint and smack him in the head with the other rock. Okay.
Righto. So let's see. What would we use for that? Let's have a look. I've got no space on my screen.
Sleight of hand.
A sleight of hand, I think. Yeah.
All right.
I was just checking if they had a sleight of hand.
That's a success.
Nice. Hey, right.
Nice.
Yeah, so it doesn't distract him totally, but enough that he glances over, giving you a moment to like rush up.
Can I rush him and can I spear tackle the fucker actually?
It gives you that opportunity to like jump up and close the distance.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to brawl.
Okay,
so it's going to be a spear tackle and an attempt to try and disarm him when I'm getting his gun.
Okay. Go on then, give us a fighting brawl then. Yep.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
First one of the campaign. Mark it down. Date and time.
No,
that's the second one he's rolled.
My first roll of the evening as well.
Oh, jeez. Well, then nothing special here.
Yeah. Nothing to see here, folks. Just my second one.
So that's a critical success, and if you remember, we said we were going to use the optional rule for critical successes. So you can have an extra like bonus onto your success. What do you want to do?
Oh, like a spear tackle him so hard to get like he steps back so hard his neck breaks. Can I do that? Can I do that much?
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Pulp. So a spear tackle him in the spine so hard that he whips back and his neck snaps.
Okay, so yeah, you bring him down like.
Good night, Irene. And if I've got any action left this round, I don't suppose I have. I'm going for that gun.
No, maybe next time. So yeah, you tackle him with that much force. Like I say, you throw him back onto the ground. His head snaps back, and maybe smashes his head against a rock, and he twitches briefly and then lies still. Right. So who we got?
First kill, guys.
Joe, and then we got the other soldier that's coming down the left-hand flank. He takes aim and fires at. Let me see, who's he going to take a shot at? He takes a shot at Randall with his shotgun. Levels his shotgun and fires.
So before you tell me what you roll, do I have the opportunity to make a dodge?
You do have the opportunity to make a dodge, yes.
Okay, so I will
firearms?
Sorry?
You dodge on firearms, sorry.
Yeah, you can dodge. You can jump, like dive for cover. It's dive for cover.
Cool. We
But
can
I
dodge
think what
anything.
it means is
Yeah.
that I won't be able to attack this round.
Yeah, you
So,
lose your action.
I'm
You
losing
you
my
lose your
action.
next action. Yeah, you lose your next
Um,
action. Basically.
I probably should have checked to see what I have for dodge before I made this gambit, but I will do it anyways.
Good luck.
Because it's pretty easy to succeed with a shotgun.
Okay, so-
by one.
That is pretty solid. Like,
Okay.
nice.
Well, so he
Okay,
would
so
have
you-
to have a hard success, I guess.
Yes. Right. So you die. You throw yourself to the ground, and he trips and stumbles as he's starting to take aim, and his shot goes just goes way over your head anyway,
Nice.
and completely misses. Right. So that is the soldiers. So I believe it's why is it not showing my deck? So let's see. There we go. I can see the dexes now. So, Jamie, so Katrina.
Okay, so I'm yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do much this time, but essentially all I want to do is going to try and I wouldn't say intimidate, but just like I'm going to use the most powerful, the best pronunciation I can in Spanish, but just shout at them. Essentially, just like, hold your fire. What do you think you're doing? How dare you, come at us like this? Lower your weapons. But like I'm trying to say it with such authority. That's the word.
Authority. So yeah, well, I guess that would be an intimidation then, wouldn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Because persuade, if it was outside of combat, then possibly persuade. But persuade requires more time to put your point across. So yeah, intimidate.
Oh god, I've got to find it now. Ew, that's not. Let's see how this goes.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice roll.
So who were you aim sort of targeting particularly? Any are they in general or?
It was more. It's more of a general. That's why I wanted to try and get as loud as I could and as authoritative as I could. But it's more generalized. Probably more specifically at the soldiers. Because. Well, it would have just been in the general area. To be fair, it depends how. Obviously, because I haven't seen how they're set up. So it just general like literally come around, shout at them. And just see what happens, essentially.
Okay, so yeah, maybe outburst takes them by surprise, and it gives them causes them to pause briefly, and the captain says, "What are you doing? Get in there! Kill them all!"
Wow.
So yeah, when the captain speaks, he's not speaking in Spanish. It's clearly speaking in English, but it doesn't have any noticeable accent.
Okay.
All right. So Vinny's already gone. Went out where jumped into. So Randall. Oh, Randall loses his next action. So
By the way,
Alfred-
but I would still have
question
movement.
about a Pulp talent, Phil.
sorry.
I want to ask you a quick question about Pulp talent. I
Yeah,
was wondering
okay.
if mine is passive. So I'm always able to determine what language is being spoken. Is that passive, or can I only do that on my turns?
I believe that would be passive. Let me just have a quick look.
No talking in secret languages round me, boys.
But yeah, it would have to be a recognizable language, though. So
Yeah.
linguist able to determine. So able to determine what language is being spoken or written, and you also gain a bonus dice on language roll. So yeah, you could determine. So for instance, if somebody was speaking, you would recognize the language, but maybe not. immediately recognize what they were saying. That would still might require a language roll, depending on your level of skill.
Okay, one more quick question about rules. Does someone that doesn't speak a language at all have 0% in it or 1% in it? So say somebody was speaking Spanish and I wanted to make a Spanish roll, but I don't have points in Spanish. Do I have 1 point in Spanish, so I have that 1% chance, or none at all?
So apart from Cthulhu Mythos, every skill has at least 1% in it.
Thought so. So I could potentially, as a linguist, if you succeeded on something where you had 1, you could get it up to 9 with a skill up roll, and you could start to collect languages.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking about my character.
So in fact, it's something like that. You could in Pulp, you could spend time with somebody, listening, trying to like observe somebody speaking and like taking in the culture, and potentially get a skill roll from that if you spent enough time with somebody.
Katrina, is Spanish your first language?
Yes. Language own. That would be first language.
Own, yeah.
I also speak language own.
So you've got you've got your own language own, which is going to be English because you're from England. So I presume the other one that currently says any, I presume that's going to be Spanish, isn't it? Is that Spanish? Or did
I'm looking at the original sheet. It says it's Spanish.
Yeah, okay. It's not being filled in. I'll put that to Spanish then on the sheet. There we go.
Right. Yeah, I was reading off the PDF.
That's no problem.
Okay.
That's corrected on your sheet now.
Okay.
So, Karina, you've done. You were like, did that. So, Randall missed his turn. It's Alfie.
Now I just did a dodge to hit the ground, didn't I?
You did. So
I'm assuming I missed my turn.
Anyway. You still miss your turn as well. Yeah. That's a character from a different game. I'm not sure why he's there. Okay.
So good.
Right then. So we're back to another round then. So, so the soldiers are spend the first part of their round reloading the weapons. Meanwhile, the captain fires his rifle again.
Oh.
And he is going to fire at different this time. Probably the same person.
We've not even spoke to an NPC yet, and we're getting shot at.
Okay, so he fires another shot at Katrina, probably because she's trying to interfere with the order of his troops. There we go. Let's go. Oh wow, they're terrible. So he missed. Yeah, so the shot like hits the tree trunk again. No, it just completely misses you. He like curses and starts reloading his weapon. Right. So in which case, so the soldiers they don't do anything this round because kind of stunned into inaction by your verbal assault. So next person to act then will be Jamie.
Okay, can I have a quick because it's right start of the season, quick rule thingy that I need to know about? What is this Pulp talent?
Your Pulp talent is
I've got nimble and resilient. So how does it work? What does it entail?
So nimble means that if you click on it, it'll expand. But nimble, it means if you dive for cover during a firefight, you don't lose your next action. So you can dive. So you could start to dive for cover and like start shooting or whatever.
Right. Okie dokie, cool. So what I'm actually going to do is I am going to fire my gun, but also, being as it's Pulp Cthulhu,
indeed,
I'm going to sort of lean around the tree and I'm going to aim with that, but also I'm going to look up quickly. Is there any sunshine about?
Yes. So like I say, it's not. So it's not like your typical what you'd imagine a typical rainforest to be. There's no like canopy blocking out the sky. You can quite clearly see the sky and the sun.
Okay, so while I'm shooting, I'm also going to get my mirror out my pocket, my vanity mirror, and I'm going to try and reflect it so that it dazzles one of them. It doesn't matter who. So they're a bit
Right.
blinded on their next go. But I am going to shoot my gun at the captain again.
Okay, so if you want to fire as a shot then. Oh, that's a...
Failure, that is, isn't it?
it is a failure. So yeah,
Yeah, because I was doing the mirror thing to try and blind him, I kind of knocked myself off.
So are you so you target trying to like obviously if you're doing that with a minute, it's only going to be one person. Is it the captain?
Yeah.
The captain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try and make a hard luck roll then.
Ooh, how? Just a hard. Oh, okay.
Oh my god, I've got such a good idea.
What's that?
I said, oh my god, I've got such a good
Oh
idea.
wow! Oh,
Look at that. No, fail.
fail. Okay.
Look at that. You missed.
It was a good roll, but it was failed by one level. And you can't use luck on luck, can you?
You cannot use luck on luck.
Hey, did you just? I just did a rule that I knew.
So Nate, it's
Very
Katrina.
I don't think there's much I can do. So what kind of is it? A dense forest or is it kind of open?
It's like I say, it's quite. Some of the undergrowth is quite there's dense patches of undergrowth, but it is quite open. It's not. You can see quite a fair distance. In fact, I believe. Sorry, I have got a actual image of the thing that I've meant to put up. So that's kind of what it's like.
Okay.
So yeah, it's spaced out. There's big sort of gaps, clear and like little patches of clearings. There's no, like I said, it's not like say in the Amazon rainforest where you've got trees like masses of tightly packed trees that are hundreds of feet tall, 100 feet tall or more. It's not that kind of. It's more a subtropical forest than like a jungle.
Okay. I was trying to show. Because my thought was to try and like move around to try and get to the captain, but it's whether I'll be able to get cover.
There's still plenty of cover. I mean, like I say, it's open, but still plenty of cover.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to try and move around to get to the captain.
Okay, so that'll be a stealth check, I guess.
Stealth check. Okay. Wow.
Oh,
I heard that.
I get distracted by how cool your dice are there.
I hear nothing, but I heard that.
Okay, so that's not. It's not a fumble, but so you start making your way around, but it clearly sees you, spots you as you're trying to circle around to him, but it's not a fumble, so nothing bad happens.
Not yet.
So you've got movement. You can still take an action as well if you wish.
Oh.
I think. Yeah, so I think it'll probably just be more of the same. Just trying to get them to ease up because I can't attack them back. So it's maybe just shouting at them again if I can do that as well.
So you're going to try and intimidate the captain.
Yeah, because I'm going for him, and if I notice him sees me coming towards him, it's just yelling at him now, I guess.
Okay, very well. Well, that'll be a opposed against his intimidate.
Okay.
So it's probably
intimidate.
not likely to get him to stand down or anything. But maybe you'll give him, like the soldiers, maybe you'll give him just pause to thought a moment.
Okay. So I changed the roll type to a opposed roll.
It's you can just do it. Just do it as a regular roll. I'll do the roll. It's okay. Otherwise, we're having to select tokens and.
Aye.
Wow. Nice.
Aye.
Oh, that's a regular success. Oh, but he just laughs. He says, "Well, who do you think you are, girl? You shouldn't have come here."
You should have given, at least talk to us. Why just start shouting? We do.
This next shot won't miss. You've made it nice and easy. You had indeed. So it's Vinny.
Oh, okay. So, would it take up? Right. So it would take too much.
Are you still going for his gun?
Yeah, it's going to take too much time to put his clothes on.
Yeah.
Think about my master of disguise ability. That's what I'm good at. Nah, I'm just going to go for the gun. No, I'm going to go for his gun and his hat.
And his hat.
Yeah. And then I'm going to start crawling towards his body, hopefully keeping it as much in the long grass as I can, so he only really sees the hat coming, so the guy's not sure if it's his body that survived the little brawl or me.
Okay, so if you can, it depends. So there are long grasses, but the long grasses are sort of almost shoulder height. I mean, there's lower vegetation as well, but there's like this like pampas grass type stuff, and it grows to the height of your a person's shoulders.
Okay.
So you could get complete. If you wanted to do that, you could get complete cover if you wanted.
Can I get complete cover and use it to get close to this?
Visibly anyway. Yeah, you can. It will definitely give you a bonus dice on your stealth check.
Okay, I will make stealth with a bonus dice then. Just try and sneak up behind.
So I presume that's the line of soldiers.
No, the other one.
The other flanking one. Yeah, the other flanking one. Yeah, so he's on the opposite flank. But yeah, fair enough.
So I'm going to try to stealth up to him.
Okay.
With a bonus dice. Come on.
Let's try. So let's see if
Nice.
Just make sure he's not spotted you. Oh, he does. he spots you and he turns his gun on you.
Oh no.
Yeah. So he's not gonna get to act.
Do I still get a chance to fire this round?
No, you will not get a chance to fire this round because you've got retrieved the gun and then stealth round there. So yeah. So he's not going to fire quite yet. But yeah, he sees you and spins round, turns his gun on you. So Randall.
Yeah, Randall is going to use his special talent. He is going to use Shadow because he is going into hunter mode. He is going to be hunting. He's going to be hunting the most difficult prey of all. So mechanically, it's a stealth check to hide.
Yep.
Where you either reduce the difficulty of it, depending on who knows where I am, or I get a bonus die. You decide.
You will get. So, like I said, there's plenty of cover, so you can have 2 bonus dice.
Wow. Okay.
Because it would be unfair of me to give you just 1 bonus dice when Vinny already had one for sneaking around.
I see.
So,
all right.
And where are you trying to sneak to? Where are you headed?
What I'm going to do, and I may, I may play a little prequel scene to this while we've had times together, but I am going to go by Jamie if I can, wherever she is. I'll be going by her, and I will be saying, "You will not see me. You will not see me, but do not shoot me. Ne tirez pas sur moi." and I am going to go to try to hide like somewhere offset there.
Okay. Fair enough. Give us a stealth. Right. Okay. Fair
All right.
enough.
Yeah, that should be a hard success.
It should indeed. Okay, so yeah, you stealth off to where. So we're just stealthing off to the side, just keeping out of sight, or were you trying to like fly, like get around the flank these guys?
I'm probably
or?
gonna flank around. I want to be able to maybe line up a shot on more than one at a time. I'd go for those types of hijinks if it's not possible just on one. Obviously, okay. The mechanic is that this success will give me 2 surprise attacks. Yeah. I don't know if that's in the same round or if it's one round surprise attack and then the next round surprise attack.
No, it would be. I guess it would be 2 in the same round.
Then I'm going to be positioning myself where I could take careful aim and fire at 2 targets that are close to each other.
We'll say that you're flanking these guys.
All right, thank you.
I think my mirror antics helped.
It did. It obviously distracted everybody.
They're distracted by its mirror wafting around.
What's that? Right. So, and next it's Alfie, scrambling around the dirt.
Okay. So yeah, Alfie's he's dived into the grass, hasn't he? And so he's now listening out. He can hear Katrina speaking to the captain and the captain responding.
Yes.
So he's got a general idea as to where the captain is. So he's going to pop up out of the grass. He's going to take a shot with his revolver in that general direction, if he may.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Okay. Choose him. Yeah. Don't be expecting too much.
But you're going to sneak up behind him, hit him with your typewriter.
I'm not sure why it's asking for firearms bow, but...
firearms bow, let me just check your sheet. It might be...
I just realised tokens to shoot at a target.
It is set to firearms bow for some reason. That's weird. There we go. It's you wanna? I'll get rid of that
click
one.
on that again. Okay.
Yeah, go on, click on it again. Yeah, there we go. And is that a single shot, or are you firing multiple shots?
I'm going to fire a single shot, I think.
Oh dear. That's a miss.
What a surprise!
not close, but yeah.
And I duck back down again as quickly as you can into the grass.
Okay, very good. So yeah, you pop up, let off a shot, misses, and then it's the soldier's turn. So yes, Vinny, this soldier just turns and unloads his shotgun at you.
Sacre
And I think he's gonna unload both barrels straight at you.
Motherfucker.
You've got over 30 luck. You'll be all right.
So can you give me a luck roll? See if he happens to be in point blank range or not.
That doesn't sound good.
Not one bit.
Nice.
Just out of point blank range. Okay. So. Oh, and he misses. So yeah, he blows both barrels at you, and he just like gets straight. His shot, he just fires wild and goes straight over the top of you. Just mortally wounds a nearby tree, and yeah, now he's breaks up the shotgun. The empty shells pop out, and he starts fumbling for some fresh shells.
Good, because mine's is still loaded. Good luck, chump.
Okay, so meanwhile, the other soldiers now walk back on form after being stunned into inaction. They start marching forward and open fire. So Alfie is down deck. So let's see. So basically, they're going to be targeting Katrina and Jamie, I guess. So
of course they are.
We're shooting at the 2 women. These are ruthless fuckers, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, one of them.
I mean, I think it's not sexist. I think it's equal opportunities here.
Ruthless,
People
ruthless,
technically
mate,
killing
ruthless.
I don't know what Jake did in production there, but he was suddenly sat on his own in the jungle.
Okay, so the first shot at Jamie just goes completely wild, just completely wide, completely misses. And second shot from the second soldier. Oh wow! It's gun jams,
Yes,
Oh wow.
good.
and he likes to like pull. He like so he pulls the trigger, and it doesn't even click. It just like the gun firing mechanism just jams, and he starts trying to break open the stock to try and get his gun working again. And meanwhile, the other two take a shot at Katrina. So first one lets off a oh wow, they're terrible. That's first one misses.
Thank God.
These guys are stormtroopers, and it's great.
These completely missed. They're only they're just like only about 20, 30 yards away as well. Okay, so that's them. So we're back to Jamie.
Mute.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Get them.
Sorry. Hang on. There we go. Try again. Maybe my fault.
Oh, critical success.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh wow. Roll for down killer. I think he might.
Wow.
Good night, Mr. Matthews.
Beautiful stuff.
15 points of damage.
Wow.
Okay, let's see. Where does that shot land? And unfortunately, because I said we were going to use that optional rule for accumulating luck, he doesn't have any luck because nobody spent
no,
any
not
luck.
yet. Not
Nobody
yet.
spent any luck. Yes, damn it.
Yeah. Goodbye, Captain.
Damn you.
Let's shoot him. Yeah.
Right, so where's this hitting?
Right in the testicle.
Oh, in the
Ouch.
head. In the head
Oh,
and neck area
nice
again.
shot.
Ouch.
So Jamie, well, yeah, you've landed a critical hit. So you describe his demise.
I shoot him smack in between the eyes,
Oh.
Yeah.
and it knocks his hat off.
Yes.
You got to be in the action pose as well, haven't you?
I did that. Have you made
Proper.
it?
Okay, yeah, that'll do. Pose.
But the thing is, I'm doing it like that backwards. But I'm watching it in the mirror.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's Pulp.
Trick shot.
Yeah.
It is.
You know, it's Pulp. You said I can. You see, this is an Angiism element here. I'm just gonna go wild in the aisles.
Okay.
Yeah.
For it.
So,
So am I, by the way.
so Katrina. So yeah, the captain just like flies back and hits just like drops from view as he crumples to the floor, his head exploding.
Okay. So how close are these soldiers?
So
to us
about 20, 30 yards away.
now? Okay. I'm trying to decide whether to carry on what I was doing or just fuck it and go ham.
It's my
Was
hope.
that?
Just charge it and just clothesline them all.
Well, not all of it, but that's what I was thinking. And just now the captain's down, but then again,
Was
Captain's
Okay.
Katrina
down.
a former Mexican wrestler?
Captain's down. Try the intimidation again. Maybe they'll stand down now that the captain's head's been blown apart.
well, that's what I was just thinking. But I think if one's close enough, I'm gonna try and get to one of the guys. I have a little knife to like essentially try and. I don't want to, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it all in one turn. But essentially, I want to grab them, hold a knife to them, and then intimidate. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to do all that in one turn. Am I?
Yeah, I would say I would say that's okay. That's like a fighting maneuver kind of thing. Yeah, why not? You're not actually attacking him, are you? With a
No.
knife, you're just going up to him, threatening them, and trying. Yeah, but yeah, that's fine
Yeah.
by me.
Yeah, it's just getting in closer, threatening one with the knife, but shouting at them all to stand down again.
Okay. Yeah. So shall we say? Let's say this one.
Yeah.
Go on then. Yeah. So it's
So
a fight
just-
maneuver. So, but using intimidate. So yeah, just I guess an intimidate roll versus his intimidate, which he has got the bog standard. What's the bog standard?
Let's have a look. Ooh, oh,
Oh dear.
I ran out of intimidation. I'm getting my little flip knife out. It's just like it's not worth it.
Do as I say, please.
Try to intimidate and cut your own. Get the knife out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wench for a flick knife, pulls out a
yeah,
matchbox.
yeah, again.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Maybe you like bottle it a little bit, and your tone, the timbre of your voice doesn't quite carry the same strength and authority that your previous attempt did. But you have got hold of him. And strangely, he kind of doesn't seem to resist either.
Okay.
Right. So next it's Vinny.
So this guy's really close to me with an empty shotgun, and I've got a full one.
Yeah.
I am going to put both barrels into him.
Okay, you can quite easily make it point blank range if you want.
Okay, you've not put a shotgun on my sheet, so how should I roll?
I will give you a shotgun. Just 1 second.
Thank you. Can you load it for me as well? Both barrels, thank you.
Can't do it onto this token. I can do it onto the sheet though.
I haven't got a skill in shotgun or rifle. So
You will have the base chance. It'll be 20, 25. I'll set it up for you just 1 second.
I've got the
Set
base
up.
chance. I think I put a little bit of hand.
Let's load it for you. There we go. Go ahead.
Righty-ho.
So point
I
blank
might have to
range
close the sheet and
stats.
open it again because I don't see it. Bear with me.
Unless I'm giving it to somebody else. Yeah, it's there on your sheet and like on the combat tab.
On the combat tab, I was looking
Yeah.
at gear. My bad.
Yeah.
All right. You have not selected a target, so do I select the target first?
Just roll anyway. Just go
Okay.
anyway. Because we're not using that's for when you're using a battle map and it'll work. If you're using a battle map and you've got targets, it works out the range. It uses the range on the weapon cards and it works out how far away, and then automatically selects what damage type to use. Oh,
Wow.
I don't think we need to roll for damage there. Yeah,
Wow.
So
Wow.
I'm on
So, yeah.
fire with the dice tonight, boys.
was that to both barrels? Was it?
Aye. Do I roll
Okay.
twice? Roll again for the other barrel? Do I? Right.
No, I think it's if you're firing both barrels, it's just one shot, but it's you do the damage twice.
I think it is. Aye. I'm sure you did 24 damage against somebody.
Go and roll the damage. Roll the damage. See how like if there's anything left of him. Oh
Wow.
God, no!
Wow.
He's
So-
a dummy.
So yeah, the full blast of your shotgun hits him in the midriff, and just his top half of his torso goes one way, the bottom half like topples over, goes head over waist into the undergrowth.
Okay, I will drop to the floor and start loading both shotguns. Drop into the bushes.
Okay, it's Randall.
Okay, so at this point, all right, the captain is gone. I am going to take my first shot at one of them, but I don't exactly want to shoot him and kill him. I'd rather like I want to intimidate him, so if I can aim towards the hat and have the hat have a hole in it or blow off his head, like I want him to understand that he is being hunted and this is his chance to run away. I mean, that's my interpretation of what I'm doing. I'm not trying to kill. I'm just trying to, make sure that the shot makes an impression on him, not in him.
An impressive warning shot.
Yeah, and if I have to hit a gun, then I'll hit a gun. If I can't, like, these fezzes look like they might not be the exact easiest to kind of knock off their head. They're not big cowboy hats, but
No. Okay, so that will be with a penalty dice then. But you're using a surprise attack, aren't you?
yes,
So that will give you a bonus dice, so it'd be a normal attack
all right.
for the first one at least.
And of course, if my idea misses and I hit him, so much the better, right? So
Yeah.
Okay, so for the first one is. Did it fire or did it not fire?
It's so it's in the chat. So
I have to go back into the because
yeah. There's like the weapons card in the chat, and then
Understood.
you click the
Okay.
options and then roll firearms.
Single shot then.
And then there's the roll firearms button.
Oh, just here, roll firearm. There we go. There. Oh, that's not going to be
There
good.
we go.
All right. Yeah. Okay, but this is my last chance to be stealthy, so next shot is just going to be regular. I mean,
Okay, so that will be with a bonus dice.
yeah, because otherwise,
And is this just a normal shot, just to hit him?
I will not be. So advantage is considered bonus die, correct?
Yeah.
But it's not allowing me to toggle. I think
All
you
right,
need to.
I will have to put it. Yeah, there we go.
All right, excellent. All right, well, it's a regular success. I'll roll damage. Wow, okay.
Nice.
Right. So 11 points. Okay, so yeah, so your shot hits him in the sort of shoulder. Well, you shoot him straight through the heart.
Ooh.
And he without it just
blame.
it just gives it just gives just a gasp and just falls to the floor.
All right, now the only other question, which I probably should have asked before. Oh, okay, it has a 5-round magazine, so it's bolt. I could still have done it. Okay, good. Because if it was a single shot, then I'd have to actually physically. Okay, perfect.
No problem. So next is Alfie.
Got no idea what to do. I'm crawling through the grass, I think. Perhaps towards. Where? I mean, can I see anyone? I've ducked down into the grass. I guess I can't see even any of my friends, right?
So if you lay down the grass, you won't. But you can like I said, it's quite open. So if you like stick your head up from cover, you'll be able to.
The weird thing is, are any of these soldiers taking cover or anything like that?
No, they have not.
That's weird.
It is.
Okay. I'm going to tentatively stick my head above the grass with the gun out. If I see a target of opportunity, I'm going to go for one. And I happen to see one. This fella.
You do, indeed.
And so I'll take a shot at him. Ba, 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 ba. I don't know why I'm rolling bonus die.
Yeah,
I just select it. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it.
You're coming from hiding?
It's because you're using the you select him as a target, and it's counted as a battle map and counting him as in point blank range. That's why it's getting the bonus die. So yeah, you don't need to.
That's a shame.
Again, Foundry too clever.
Yeah.
Naughty Foundry.
So yeah, you don't need to select him as a target.
I'm sure it was not the bonus die that rolled the lowest.
No, we'll let it we'll let it fly. We can actually can you, or does it come? Yeah, it does. So you can expand if you click on the green text, it expands it and shows you the roll. But they're both identical apparently.
Oh, perfect.
So there we go. So there's some damage.
Oh dear my.
Oh, just 2 points of damage. So that's just a glance.
I think Foundry's got a thing. I think me and Foundry, we got this little
shot him
love-hate thing
right
going.
bang in the toe.
Hate thing going on.
Okay, so just a glancing shot to his hip, just cuts.
Take that.
Wings him. All right, and then okay, so it's the soldiers' turns now. So they kind of pause for a moment, look a little confused, and then they just turn and run. Apart from the one that Katrina's got hold of, and he kind of just looks.
You can run, but you cannot hide from Randall Sayad Savage, a hunter extraordinaire.
No, they can hide. It's fine.
So yeah, two of them, two of the remaining three flee, and the other one kind of looks at Katrina and well, it's this kind of puzzled look on his face, and he's saying something, but no, you know Spanish, though. Yes, he's says, well, who are you? Where am I? Well, what's happening? But and he looks around, sees the dead bodies. Hold on, I surrender.
What do you mean? What's going on? This was your guys doing. So I'll lower the knife, but I'll just keep hold of him. Ask him if he speaks English.
He shakes his head and says, no.
Okay. So I think the next thing I will ask him is, what's the last thing you remember?
The captain, he came to us and told us we were to search the jungle. Search the jungle for some stones. Some stones. And he kind of rubs his head and says, I don't know. I can't really. What day is this?
Where is it?
Sunday.
Sunday.
It's
Yeah.
Sunday.
Right. Yeah, it's March 15.
Right. He just sits down on the ground, just like almost like his legs give out underneath him, and he just plumps down on the ground, just with his head in his hands, like, no, this that can't be right.
Karina, what is this man saying?
I'm not entirely sure. He doesn't seem to know what has gone on.
You don't know what he's saying? I thought you spoke the same language as he.
I do, but what he's saying is very strange.
Vous parlez Frenchlais? Feliz Navidad? Good sir, why were you shooting at us?
Kind of glance up and
Karina, ask him these questions.
I have.
You said you didn't understand him.
At this point, I've reloaded 2 shotguns and taken 2 wallets, and I'm back approaching the group.
I know what he's saying. I don't understand why.
Are we talking about Randall? Or
Well, no. The last thing he remembers was his captain telling them they had to search the jungle for stones.
What is he smoking?
There's a lot of stones in the jungle.
That's weird.
He doesn't seem to even know what's gone on here. I don't know if this is just a tactic because he's on his own, or
he's
anything like that.
Lying. Ask him how many times in the past his captain told him to go look for stones in a jungle.
I mean, I will ask that just because it's all very strange. Like, is it,
and put that pocket knife away. You're not doing anything with that now.
While she's interrogating him, I'm taking the man's wallet out of his pocket. Putting it in mine.
He does not resist at all. So there's
3 wallets. Thank you. 3 wallets, 2 shotguns.
outside the confusion of the gunfight, and able to look him over a little bit, you can see he's just got this exhausted look about him. His eyes are bloodshot. You can see he's got like bags under his eyes as if he's barely slept. His hair is unkempt. He smells as if he hasn't washed for days. And there's he's covered in like minor like cuts and wounds that have just been left untended. You can see some of them are starting to get infected.
Does the captain look the same state?
So,
He's got no head.
going over to the captain, he's a bit of a mess, but you will have to make a sanity roll.
Yeah, because I was going to go over to the captain and search for. I was going to search all the bodies for ammo, but sanity roll, I can do that for you.
Wow,
You
nice.
certainly can. Wow.
I am not phased as I'm searching him. For
Okay,
bullets.
so one moment.
Yeah.
So,
No, one moment.
Jamie,
I just going to tell us how
Jamie gives a shriek, so you can't. You almost like put your hand to your mouth to stifle a scream. So the man laid on the floor in front of you, where the bullet has hit, the bullets hit him in the neck and in the head. There's huge, large flaps of loose skin hanging down. And beneath this skin, you can see what appears to be a reptilian face.
What? Okay, I'm like, oh my goodness! Oh, what? And there's like, you need to see this. Come here quickly.
I'll rush over and I'll say, you hunt reptiles too?
You can make a sanity roll.
Yeah, well, given the current state of my sanity.
So if you pass, you don't lose anything.
I hunt things like this all the time.
Oh man.
This
kinda
is a
feel you're
strange
setting me up
behavior.
now.
We will have to record this. I do not want to know what you did to your previous amour, who you are upset with. If you are capable of doing this to the captain.
Well, he was obviously. I'm going to get like some kind of pen or something or knife and start pulling the skin, his skin off his face completely, kind of.
I guess Randall turns up with it. Not Randall. Alfie turns up.
Just
at
as
this
I'm like
moment.
holding the face and the skin.
I'm going to make a sanity roll.
Peeling the skin from his face. But yeah, as you do this, you lift the skin. His skin's not.
Oh!
Nice.
Haven't you got really no sanity?
No, the sanity look is terrible, but and everything else is terrible. But my sanity is okay. I go, what the bloody hell are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
You're skinning the man. That's what it looks like.
Well, no, actually, I shot the man, and I've just come over here to search for some bullets, which I'm going to do anyway. Still, and while I'm searching, I'm still having this conversation. I'm ruffling through his pockets.
Yeah,
and he's obviously this wasn't the man we saw.
It is not unusual for reptiles to shed their skins. However, it is quite unusual for reptiles to shed human skin.
Try to shoot us.
Yeah. I guess I look at the face, and it's like, Lord, as I see the reptilian face under that.
Katrina, check that man's face. Pull his face skin. Does it come off?
As I finish counting money and shotgun shells, I'd come over and I guess I'll make a sanity roll.
Okay, so
how did that thing speak English?
I'm coming to see this shit.
So Jamie, as you're like peeling the skin, so the skin isn't attached to the face. It's all loose. It's almost as if
it's like you're wearing somebody else's face.
Yeah. It's like it's the as you like look under the clothes. It's like the full body. It's like it almost like it's wearing the like skin like a full bodysuit.
Oh.
And it's you can feel as you check his body, you can feel the like skin just moves and shifts, and you can feel it's not attached to the body underneath, and it's just all loose.
Is this the captain or the one that Katrina's
captain,
did?
the captain.
Right. Because right, okay.
Yeah, no, I've not started peeling off a live human's face yet.
Well, I don't know. You just poke it will move.
I'm not going. He's had enough harm as it is.
So one thing I want to mention about sanity as well. So also I did mention it before. So using a kind of optional rule with sanity as well, for that's kind of represents stress. So some things will cause you to lose sanity, but it can't trigger a bout of madness and things. So for instance, if you shot an innocent person, which you would lose sanity for doing it, but it couldn't trigger a bout of madness. So only Lovecraftian type things.
Killing a normal human, that's fine. That's not going to drive you mad.
It's still driving your sanity down. So it's still it's still eroding your sanity, but it won't trigger. It won't trigger like a bout of madness like a Lovecraftian sanity loss will. So it'll make your mind more fragile. You're more susceptible. But yeah.
Okay.
I might have killed an innocent man or two before. I'm just saying, like, you read my backstory.
Could have done.
So, did Katrina start poking this guy's face yet?
No, I've actually said I'm not going to harm him any more than he is, because I'm the one that's noticed how horrible he seems to look and how exhausted he seems as well.
Okay, so did this guy have any ammo on him?
The captain?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's probably got a couple of full, at least a couple of full clips for his rifle.
I'll just pocket them, and then I'm going to walk over and start pulling this guy's skin face on his face, see what happens.
Are you putting it back or taking it off?
Wait.
Okay, so you pull it.
No, I'm going to Katrina's guy. I'm just literally just going to to this guy that Katrina's got. I'm literally going to start going up to him, literally pulling his skin.
Okay, so you start pulling skin, and it feels
what
like
you doing, Jamie?
It kind of winces, and it just starts to whimper and cry, and just it doesn't resist in any way.
This one here is not got a fake face.
What are you even talking about?
Katrina,
what are you doing to this man?
Katrina, and I drag her hand and drag her over and say, "Come and look at this."
We'll lose some sanity.
Okay.
Oh, and I drag the other guy with us as well, so he doesn't leg it.
Yeah, I think I'm also going to need to make a roll to see if I recognize what this reptile is.
I'll hold on to the other guy so he doesn't leg it.
Oh, okay. You can make maybe a natural world. It'll have to be an extreme success, though.
Ooh.
All right, it's going to be
roll.
So difficulty is hard or extreme?
Extreme.
Extreme. That would be good to know. Nope. Okay.
Oh yeah, no idea. I mean, you've never seen any.
Almost happy I never did. I wonder if they're an endangered species.
He's dead if it is.
Well, they probably are now. Yeah.
Yeah, I failed my sanity.
All right, so you lose 1d6, I believe. So this should be interesting. Oh, why did I lose? I'm not sure why. I rolled 100. 1 second, I'll roll that again. Oh, right, I can just... oh, wow, you lose 6 points of sanity.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
Okay,
Karina, have a seat. Sit down a bit.
So you will have to make an idea roll.
Oh, no.
A what?
An idea roll. Sorry, an intelligence roll. Yeah.
All right, at the top.
So this is to see if you so you want to fail this, essentially. Otherwise, you're like,
Oh.
Oh no,
No.
she didn't. She did really well, actually. Yeah.
Okay, so
Wow,
if you'd have
right.
failed it, you would have, you've kind of tried to rationalize it and blank it out, but you don't. So you fully comprehend the horror that you see before you. This inhuman thing hiding inside the skin of a man, which must have been on a man at some point. Let's see, a bout of madness.
Already. That's amazing.
Okay, so you are overcome with panic and screaming. Katrina flees into the jungle, runs blindly into the jungle.
Oh shit!
Oh
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
You must
Oh.
get away by whatever means possible from this thing, this horrific, this horrible lizard thing on the floor.
Yeah. I think at first it would have been like I just stood there because Jamie brought me over. I don't know if she maybe still had hold of me as soon as I saw it. So it's like backing away and trying to get Jamie off my arm, and then as soon as I'm clear, just turning around and bolting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she does that, can I shove the other guy to the ground and go, "Oh, blasting," and run after her? I'm not.
Okay, so this guy just falls on the ground. He's not making any attempt to like escape or do anything.
I'll call out to Katrina as well and chase after her into the jungle, along with Jamie, I guess.
Oh God, we're all just going to go randomly running into the jungle.
We take the captain's wallet.
You're going to take the captain's wallet. Okay, so you take the captain's wallet. Let me just 1 second.
Well, that's a good question. So, was it just the face and clothes, or is it also the effects of the captain? Like, is there any jewelry, rings?
No, he's not got any jewelry or rings or anything like that on him. No. So
Any identity papers? His identification badge? Something?
yes. So he's
Well, I'll hand you the wallet when I'm finished taking the money.
Oh no, sorry. I just
through
like
it.
kind of badges on his like name
Yeah,
tag.
no, you can go through his wallet when I'm finished taking the money out. It's
Of
fine.
course.
yeah. So he's apparently Captain Lafuente.
La Fuente.
Lafuente. I think he's got a first name. 1 second. I assume he has. No, apparently, so it's a Jose Lafuente. Yeah, Captain Lafuente. He's got all the like official like papers and things that of a Bolivian army captain. Also, can Vinny make a look roll for me as well, please?
Oh. Vinny, did you say?
Yes,
All right.
because I forgot to tell you something. Well, potentially.
Oh, did you know? Success.
Success. Okay, so one of the soldiers that you were looting, is carrying a pack with a two-way radio.
Okay. I'll take that.
And another one of the other dead soldiers, in his pack is 2 sticks of dynamite, some fuse wire, and blasting
Ooh.
caps.
Nice.
I'll keep a hold of that, and I'm going to hand over the two-way radio to Mirror Lady. Seems to be in charge here. I've got the guy. I've got Captain's radio. I've got the two-way radio, and I'll put the dynamite and the charges in my pack.
So was Randall checking over the captain? Did you say?
Yeah, but I'd be engaging Vincent in conversation. What do you think
Okay.
that is? This makes no sense.
It's a two-way radio. Well, I'm going to tell you something.
Not
Actually,
the bloody radio, the bloody lizard. Oh, Pip, wake up! Don't you see what's in front of you?
I'm trying not to even take that in right now. I'm just counting money and a couple of charges of
You're
dynamite.
counting lizard money. How do you not know you're counting lizard money?
I don't know what this thing is. These guys attacked us out of nowhere and just started shooting shotguns at us. I don't care what they are. They're dead. We need to get the hell away from them. We've emptied their wallets. Don't know what more. Do you want to do an anthropological study on them? That's fine. I'm not sticking around for that.
We just killed soldiers that didn't even know they were here, being led by this creature.
I don't want to know, like, the moral implications of killing them. They were shooting guns at us. It was self-defense. Like, I'm not concerned about.
Maybe this is some sort of crossbreed from an unknown Bolivian tribe. Perhaps.
This is I don't know. This is some sort of. They do these weird body modifications out here in these tribes, and they stretch out their skin, and they do all these crazy things. Maybe I don't know. I think it's just something like that.
I've seen that before. Yes, you must be right.
I didn't have a very close look at that though. I mean, it's a spooky looking sight, but I'm out of my depth here. I don't want to get involved in that. A man's just shot at me. I've just killed 2 men. I mean, give me a minute to process.
Yes, you are quite a good hunter at close range with that double-barreled shotgun. Very impressive.
I didn't come here to kill people. I've just killed 2 men in the last 5 minutes. Give me a minute to process.
You mean process the proceeds of their wallet? I understand.
It doesn't know the exchange rate, so he's trying to work it out, but his math isn't as good as his speech.
Okay, so meanwhile, Jamie and the Alfie, you finally catch up with Katrina, whose pace slows. You find her sort of clinging onto it, like holding on to her feet to steady herself. Seems to have calmed down.
Yeah. Katrina, it's okay. It's okay. Just calm down. Whatever it is, it's dead now. Just calm down.
It's not okay. Did you even see that? How can you even say it's okay? Like his face, it was and underneath there was and
it's dead. But it's dead now. It's dead now. Okay. Look.
But what?
Just calm down. Look, come back with us. Come back with us to the caravan. Just stay calm. There's nothing to worry about. Whatever it is, they're gone now.
It's just no. It doesn't make any sense.
Look, we're not safe out here in the jungle. The other men ran into the jungle. We're not safe out here. Come back with us now.
I mean, I don't think they would harm us, but yeah, okay. I think that other guy, he needs some sort of. I mean, aside from sleep, he might need some medical attention. If we have somebody still left at the caravan.
Look, we've got some doctors, some nurses with the caravan. That maybe they can take a look at him. Maybe he's got some kind of infection. We don't know, right? So, just come back with us now. Let's just get out of this jungle.
It's just not natural. I'll start moving slowly back with him, but it's literally just like it's not natural. It's just so strange.
Okay. So
yeah, we'll make our way back to the caravan with Katrina if we can.
I will be apologizing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't think you'd react like that, but you were gonna have to see it at some point.
How can you? The fact that you're all okay with this is just.
I've got
ridiculous.
a little hip flask with some whiskey in. I'm gonna take a sip of that. Give it a sip of whiskey out of my hip flask.
So a little bit about Vinny, right? Vinny, although he is an actor and he's trying to break into the movie scene, he is from the streets of Hell's Kitchen, and he is grown up around the mob, and all his uncles and father, they're all in the mob. He is half Italian American, and so he's seen lots of stuff. He's grown up around switchblades and garrots and murders and gambling and prostitutes, and in fact even has a sweetheart at home. And She is unfortunately a prostitute because her father is indebted to the mob for thousands of dollars and he can't get out of that. And she's stuck paying that. And that's the reason why he is out here trying to find a fast buck so that he can get his sweetheart out of that life. So Vinny has seen some shit. So seeing some guy with weird shit on his face, that's no big deal to Vinny. Vinny's seen people with Chelsea smiles, people cut up here and people with their ribs pulled out and stuff. Like, he's seen horrible stuff on the streets. So that's why that didn't bother him.
Okay, so
Wow.
so you return to where the others are. The other members of the caravan are starting to sort of congregate. The doctors from the group, they're like checking over the rest of the people. There's one of the porters is dead, being hit by some stray gunfire. The porter is a porter that's carrying the radio. Fortunately, the radio seems to have taken a hit as well. So the remaining porters, they're trying to bring bring the mules back. Obviously, they're like the mules panicked and just like scattered. So they're sort of tied up trying to bring those back in.
So when I was speaking to Randall briefly there, I would have handed him the two-way radio, but I'm going to have mentioned to Randall at that point what I heard in the conversation right at the start about how he lost radio contact with the camp 2 days ago, and I'll pass that information on now as we're having that exchange with the radio.
And of course, there is Dr. Arturo Ursini is lying dead on the floor.
Yeah.
And Randall, when you're checking the papers of the captain, you find this folded up, slightly torn, folded up piece of paper that has something drawn on it. Let me just find it for you. Here it is. Show you that. Not to everybody. No, it's just to Jake. You see that?
Okay, sorry. Let's see.
Should see a handout on your screen.
Yes, I do. Okay. So yeah, I would like to take this out and show it to everybody, just in case anybody's been able to make heads or tails, or if it's a language that anybody understands.
Okay.
Guys,
show it to everybody then. There we go.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Well, the bejeebus indeed. Right, so one of my pulp talents is I can tell what language is spoken or written. But you said if it's a known language,
So this will require a roll, yeah. So it's so you don't know the language, so it'll be an education roll.
It's maybe Greek-like or something, or hieroglyphics, or
this is not my best.
Oh, wow. So you can. I presume you're not going to spend luck, but you can push it if you want. Of course, if you push it, then
I'm going to push it. It can't be worse than that.
If you fail, push roll.
It can't be worse than that.
Then you do drop it in the puddle.
We're rolling on education,
Yeah.
There you go. It wasn't worse than a fumble.
Oh, it doesn't matter. That's for that class as a fumble for a push roll.
It was already a fumble.
Okay, so yeah, you like looking at this thing and you kind of drop it into the mud.
No.
Go to pick it up and step on it at the same step on it as you go and like just rip it in two.
I'm sorry,
yeah, and when you like sort of try and piecing it back together, there's like half half of it is just completely obliterated. It's covered in mud. The ink's all run. So no, you can't see that anymore.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Sorry?
Gang.
So I asked if you knew what language it was, not how to destroy it.
So if you have that open on your screen, can you please close it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sun got in my eyes. I'm still a bit shaken from killing two men.
I don't care if it was the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost that got in your eyes. That you have to treat these things more carefully. And what about this Caduceus? They're not a medical aid society? Are they the ones that created this? Are they doing experiments here? Maybe they bred lizards and humans together? What was it that this doctor was trying to tell us?
Whatever he's trying to tell us, somebody doesn't want it to be heard. Looks over at the doctor with no head.
These soldiers are wearing Bolivian army uniforms.
I've put one of those Bolivian army uniforms in my pack because I have a disguise kit. I've added all their uniform, hat, shirt, the whole lot.
Okay, so if you use that, if you've taken from one of the dead soldiers, when you're using that, it won't be any good at close up because obviously it's covered. It's got blood on it.
Dear God, don't take those. We're in Paraguay. You don't want them to think we have anything to do with the Bolivian army here. They're at war, man. They're at war. Why would you do that?
I have a lot of different disguises. This is what I do. Don't worry about it.
Do you know what the Paraguayan army would do to you if they found you're putting the whole thing at risk. Are you?
It can't be any worse than what the Bolivian army just tried to do to me.
Well, wait. First, you destroy the only thing that we have that connects us with whatever mystery that guy had on him. And now you're taking Bolivian soldier uniforms while we're in the middle of Paraguay, when there's a war going on. If you get searched, we're all going to be hung out dry for this.
Listen, the search is like the least bad thing that could happen. We've been here 10 minutes and people have been shooting guns at us. That's a lot worse than being searched.
We've been trekking for weeks. We haven't gotten it. Good God, man. Nobody? Just me? Okay. Take your uniform.
Okay. So yeah, there's the nurses and the three doctors. So there's four nurses, three doctors. So of course, one of the doctors is checking over the body of Dr. Arcturus Yossini, and he turns to you and says, "What are we going to do now? Dr. Yossini is dead.
Well, we have to press onto the camp. I assume there's somebody there that will know what to do.
Do you know what it is?
I was hoping that you would.
It was Dr. Yossini was leading the expedition.
Maybe he has a map on his body. I look back in the direction where his body is still laying, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's just a few feet away from this doctor that's talking to you.
Okay. I'll wander over there and kneel down in front of the body and I'll start going through his pockets, trying not to look at his missing head.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not got a lot on him, to be honest. In his pockets, the only things you find is a case of antivenom for a selection of snake bites. But like yourselves, he has a suitcase or some kind of luggage on one of the mules.
I mean, he has to have a map of some kind. Maybe it's in his belongings, and I'll go over the mule that's carrying his case,
Okay. So
unhitch it and see what's inside.
Okay, so aside from some clothes, this leather suitcase, aside from this clothes, sort of tucked under like a kind of a false compartment. It's not really. It would be easy to find. It's there are 3 sticks of dynamite, and a .45 revolver, and a box of ammunition,
Wow.
and also a folder.
A folder.
A
Does it have
manila-
any? Does it have any
Yes,
writing on it or anything?
it does. It does indeed. It does indeed. Let me show you what you have found. So I'll just show it to yourself first.
Okay.
There, it contains several. This folder contains several things: a map and 2 letters, one of which is sealed. The letter to Dr. Gomez is sealed. So Dr. Gomez, you know, is a doctor at the aid camp.
Okay. All right. Shall we take a little ad break before
Yeah.
we
So,
open those things?
Yes, why not? There is one thing, and
Okay, that's the map. Sure.
yep, and then this is the unsealed letter. And then, of course, there is the sealed letter that is addressed to Dr. Gomez, who is the lead in charge, who is the doctor in charge at the aid camp.
Okay. So I found all of this in his trunk, haven't I?
Yes,
Okay.
along with some sticks of dynamite and a revolver. Was it? I believe is
A
revolver.
45, yeah.
A .45 revolver and ammunition and 3 sticks of dynamite.
And
For
this guy's a
filming.
doctor, right?
Yes, he is.
A medical doctor.
Yes. Just for,
Dr.
That's
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Dr. Dynamite.
3 sticks
I like
of
that.
dynamite and a 45.
They all seem to have dynamite.
Yes, the soldiers had dynamite as well, didn't they? Yeah.
Hmm.
Is anybody else near me?
Only the doctor, the other doctor, who is called Robert August.
Okay.
But everybody else is the rest of the people from the caravan. They're busy about like trying to get everybody back together. Then and the others, the rest of the party is, well, I'm not sure what they're doing. What are you doing? What is everybody else doing?
I was in the camp caravan trying to get somebody to look after this.
You were, yes.
The
So yeah,
gentleman.
one of the doctors, or probably one of the nurses, because he's not like no visible, no serious injuries or anything. But yeah, so one of the nurses probably goes over to check on him.
Yeah, I'd probably stay with him until he'd been checked over, and then maybe see about talking to him some more.
Okay. What about everybody else?
I think I would just be milling around, sort of picking up, getting the ponies back into order, picking up anything that I think I'd be over organised, really. Like even off the dead people, if we need anything off them, I'm getting it.
Walking around with my tail between my legs.
So yeah, so luckily there was only one casualty on your group. Like I say, one of the
The porter, wasn't it?
yeah, one of the porters got hit by a stray shot, as well as did the radio that he was carrying.
Okay.
Well, maybe the radio that we have now is a good replacement for that if they change
So
diodes or something.
So the radio that you've got from the soldiers, it's only a 2-way radio, so it's only good for communicating with the wherever the other handset is.
And we've no idea who that would
Oh,
be.
in fact, sorry, it is like there is two. It's a set, so there's two handsets.
Oh.
Okay.
Mr. Savage, do you have a moment?
Yes, Mr. Monroe. And a word of advice: the next time somebody is shooting at you with a shotgun, don't go for the grasses. That's exactly where you hunt grouse. You take the shotgun, you point the grass, you get the grouse. Take something hard like a tree. Something solid.
I'll bear that in mind, but you must understand that being shot at is new to me.
It's quite new to me as well. I'm usually on the other side of the rifle.
Yes, I understand. Look, I've just had a look through Dr. Assini's luggage here. I was looking for a map of some kind because I assume he must know where the aid camp is located. And I mean, I found a map, which is handy. And you're used to, I assume, navigating in the wilderness, yes?
Yes, I track very many things, of course, and I use with the aid of a compass and a map. Yes, I will certainly be happy to help us. But certainly, there's somebody else from the caravan here that knows the way. One of the porters. I'm really kind of concerned what kind of aid camp we can expect to go to. We've just learned something about Caduceus that is maybe other than what we thought. But yes, let me see
perhaps.
this map.
I show him the map anyway.
Okay, I shall show you the map.
Hopefully he'll be able to navigate us to the aid camp at least. I don't know why Dr. Assini would have concealed some dynamite and a revolver in his luggage. Did you know the man any better than I did?
And I didn't know the man at all. I was hired for my skills as a hunter in this caravan. They thought that if I were to tag along, I might be able to bring fame, I assume, to their organization, because I am obviously a very famous hunter, and in fact, I've been called hunter extraordinaire. I don't know if you've heard of
that's
it. Yes.
fascinating. Well, look, I found this letter also. I show him this letter, the open one.
Okay, I shall show you the letter.
It says briefing for Bolivia mission. It says we should make our way to the site of the recent confrontation. It's approximately 2 miles west of the aid camp on the far side of the river. Wherever possible, level 3 threat? Is that a hunting term?
Level 3 threat. Site of recent confrontation. I'd say the most recent confrontation is here, but that letter wouldn't have known that.
No, they shouldn't have known about that.
They shouldn't have. Let me see here. Let me. I'm just reading it. Proceed to aid camp. Present Dr. Gomez with the enclosed letter. Make your way to the site of the recent confrontation. The site is approximately 2 miles west of the aid camp on the far side of the river. Oh, okay, if you're doing that, then I shall go here.
Sorry, I thought you should have said.
Yeah, that's fine. For the viewing audience, so I don't have
yes,
to read.
Indeed.
Which is nice.
I shall send the map that way as well.
Yeah. Beware of possible level 3. Maybe I can only imagine that this doctor will know about these creatures. It's the only thing that makes sense.
What is a level 3 threat?
If something far more dangerous than level 2 or level 1, I'm assuming that's very... Or at least,
nice.
If it goes the other way, then far more threatening than level 5 and 4.
And even worse than a 5 or a 4, yeah.
This is emblem and retrieve the mummy. Whoa. They are thieves. They are looking to loot archaeological expeditions.
I knew it. Look,
But
I don't
But
know
the-
if you should reveal this to the others, particularly Katrina. She seems to be a little fragile at the moment.
Uh,
But do you think you could find the aid camp from here? I mean, this map, I don't know if that really helps any at all. But
no, I think I would need to know where the aid camp is in order to be able to find that ravine or fjord and then get us to the other side of it. But this looks like this is what we were meant to do here. But why?
no, we weren't meant to do it. Dr. Assini was meant to do it.
No, he calls us your team of specialists. And as always, it is best to initiate and test newcomers in the field. That's us. This is what he was trying to tell us.
Look, we're not the only ones here. There's doctors and nurses here also. Maybe, do you think they might know something that we don't?
It's possible. I'm sure none of the porters will know anything, but these medical professionals, they've seemed legit to me. I mean, these are not people that you would send out to hunt a mummy or find a mummy, hunt a mummy. We're not hunting mummies. Mummies can't be
but-
hunted.
We have an archaeologist here. Do you think
Oh, yes.
Jamie knows?
Jamie might know if this is something valuable or reasonable. Maybe she would even know if this is the way things are done. I mean, you
Maybe
go in
we're
as a
not here.
medical
Maybe we're not
aid.
here to aid anybody at all. Maybe this
No.
is something else.
Exactly. But Paraguay would never let in a foreign organization whose goal
No,
it
but
is
they'd
to
let
take.
somebody. No, but we're here to give aid.
Yes.
This is a front. I knew it would be. I don't know. I look back in the direction of the rest of where the others are kind of milling around.
Well,
Do you trust any of them?
I have no reason not to trust them. Jamie is something more than what she seems. I mean, did you see her fire that shot? She must be a government operative or something. Aside from the most famous hunters, I have never seen somebody operate a handgun with that level of precision. And she wasn't phased at all by seeing that creature, not like that Karina person. Clearly, Jamie must be a government agent or something. She must know more about this. But whatever it is, we are without the leader, without the doctor. From this letter and you showed me Dr. Gomez's letter, correct?
No.
No? Okay,
no.
sorry.
I haven't opened that one.
I
That's
didn't. Okay,
sealed.
sorry. So I don't know. So surely this is. It is best to be honest now. I mean, Vincent has to know what he's heading towards. He's totally incompetent the way he handled that piece of paper and stuff. He's got to be warned that this might be more important
What are you
than he
talking
knows.
about? What piece of paper? What are you talking about?
Oh, we found this hieroglyphic note on the captain. It was meaningless. It was nonsense. It was symbols and stuff. I can't even describe it to you. Vincent said perhaps he would know the language and looked at it and he promptly threw it in the ground and stomped on it into bloody unrecognition. He may also be an agent, but for the other side.
Doesn't that seem a little odd? Yeah, I mean,
I spend a lot of time with myself hunting. I have a lot of time to think about things.
perhaps. I mean, do we confront them? What do we do now? I've never been in a situation like this before.
Well, we have no choice. How do we explain going to the aid camp and then going to the site of a battle to look for, or we don't? We just go to the aid camp and then go home. Have
Can you
seen
find
those
the aid
creatures?
Can you find the aid camp from here?
I'm assuming the guides will know how to get us to the aid camp. Once we're there, using that map, I'll be able to navigate to the site of the battle. But it's It's only a couple of miles. I mean, we could easily do the 6 miles in a day. And what the hell is the Bolivian army doing here? If they're at war, they should have never been here in the first place. I think we have no choice but to trust the people that we're with. I think Jamie knows more. Pretty sure.
Maybe I'll work on it and see what I can find out.
Okay, so I probably suspect that the three of you, so Katrina, Jamie, and Vinny, you can probably notice that Randall and Alfie
Should we roll listen?
are like whispering, speaking conspiratorially to each amongst themselves, and looking. You can probably see they're going through the doctor's belongings as well.
Yeah, and we're probably looking back at you lot first.
Yeah, they keep yeah.
I'm quite handy with the listen roll. Can I try and listen to what they're saying?
Keep it from Vincent. He's going to probably try to loot it for money.
Yeah, go on. Why not?
He's not wrong.
If
Where are you listening? Oh, hang on.
Oh,
okay, so you probably didn't hear everything, but maybe certainly at least half of what's been said.
You choose which half.
I'm going to nudge Jamie and go, they're talking about us.
I don't know, sneeze.
she always sneezes when people are talking about her behind her back.
I know.
She's a witch.
While they're all
That's a sign of a witch if I ever seen one.
while they're all doing this, I'm going to have sorted out the caravan, got everybody in order, and then just turn around and go, "What are you all whispering about over there?" Yes, you, Alfie, Randy.
Jamie, tell us again, what is it that you do in your what do you do as your profession?
I'm an archaeologist. You know that.
An archaeologist. That's very interesting. Are you
Why
You look
looking,
like a fishwife's gossip.
and did you come here looking for your mommy?
No, I came here to find some history. Means I work in a museum.
I see. And is it the museum reading all? Was it in the museum that you learned to shoot like that?
No. I lived on a farm when I was growing up.
It's quite impressive.
To kill the badgers and the foxes when they attack the animals. Obviously.
Oh, did Dr. Assini reveal the location of the 8 camp to any of you before he was...
Dr. Husseini lost radio contact with the aid camp 2 days ago.
Sorry, what?
What?
2 days ago.
2 days ago, Husseini lost radio contact with the camp.
Well,
heard
I
them
mean,
over
it's
talking.
very humid here. There could be some kind of problem. I mean,
Or maybe the Bolivian army got there before us.
well, it wasn't exactly the
should
Bolivian
try-
army, was it? It was a reptile.
Well, apparently this radio is
radio
broken.
the camp.
We have a radio.
We should try to radio the camp.
It's broken. That's why
Yeah.
he couldn't reach them for the past 2 days, obviously.
The actual radio's broken. Can anybody fix it?
I think, wasn't it broken with a bullet?
A
Yeah.
bullet.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
broken.
right.
It's been broken. It's been broken. during the
So
gunfight,
now
yeah.
we'll never know if it was broken before the bullet hit it as well, and that's why they didn't reach the aid camp. We
I've
don't
got
know
electrical repair
definitively.
of 10. I don't think that would
Look,
fix
look.
it.
Did Dr. Assini reveal the location of the 8 camp to any of you before he was killed?
You've actually
Keep on.
trying to
Did they?
repair it.
Oh, what?
Oh,
I was down.
nice. Not bad.
Not far off, 10 luck, and you've done it.
So you did well. Yeah, I'll tell you about that in a moment.
Okay.
While Jamie's checking, trying to fiddling with
I'm
the
fiddling.
data. So I'll tell you something about that in a moment. But yeah, continue, please.
We just have to ask one of these porters where the aid camp is. Obviously, they know these places back and forth.
Was there nothing on the doctor? No maps. He must
There
have-
was a map. There was a map, and
Oh,
there
right,
was.
well, that's it. Then we'll just follow that map back to the aid camp then.
It's not a topographical map. It's a napkin map. It's like X marks the spot. We need reference. We
Who's Shapiro?
direction.
Sorry?
Who's Shapiro? I'm asking the others.
Yeah, that was written on the bottom of the map, wasn't it?
Shapiro.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You
It
don't
was
know
written
who
on the map, I think.
None of you know who Shapiro is?
No, doesn't ring a bell.
Well, we need to speak to the aides, and maybe they've been here before. Someone might have in the party. So have you asked? Have you asked anyone if they've been here before?
Well, I think there's something else going on here. I'm going to hold out the letter.
Well, Karina, you speak Spanish. Find out from these porters if they know where the aid camp is.
And that's that Bolivian army guy. He might know.
He doesn't even know where he's been for the past few days.
Look,
He's in Paraguay. He's not in Bolivia. How would he know?
there's something else going on here. Listen, and I'm going to get the letter, and I read it. It's the Caduceus mission briefing, date 12th of March, 1933.
Oh, so you made your
Dr.
decision. Oh, okay. When I suggested one thing, but now, okay. I wanted to tell you all first, guys.
Briefing for Bolivia mission. Proceed to aid camp. Present Dr. Gomez in charge of the aid camp with the enclosed letter. You should first make your way to the site of the recent confrontation. The site is approximately 2 miles west of the aid camp on the far side of the river. Beware of possible level 3 threat in the vicinity. Our intelligence on the threat is regrettably limited. We believe the threat is a temple guardian of some kind. Your mission is to enter the temple and retrieve the mummy for immediate return to Caduceus HQ in New York. Any accompanying artifacts should likewise be recovered and brought home. Your team of specialists is very able but new to the job. As always, we find it best to initiate and test newcomers in the field. Brief them as and when you see fit. We will expect a report on the individual team members on your return. You have proven over and again that you can keep your head when those around you are losing theirs. Irony. We have every confidence in your abilities. Regards, Shapiro.
Do you think that are we the specialists?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know who we are. Yeah, clearly.
Jamie, is there any reason why you would be called on as a specialist for this type of mission? Perhaps because you're a farmer archaeologist?
I'm just an archaeologist who works in a museum who grew up on a farm.
Did the doctor say anything to you about a mummy before you started this expedition?
Ooh.
Do you know of any ruins in the area that could be of archaeological interest?
Okay, I'm going to say this straight. I don't know what you think I know, but I know exactly what you know. You might know more than I know, for all I know.
But you know what I know, that you know that he knows.
I don't think I know what you guys are talking about, but I do think it's intriguing. I mean, I have no interest in stealing artifacts from any country, unless, of course, it's game that I killed, and I have stolen tusks and trophies as well. But I killed them. I earned the right to do that. But what is pulling me into this mystery is this lizard that spoke English.
Maybe that's the Temple Guardian. Maybe you've been brought along to kill the Temple Guardian. I've been brought along because I have some archaeology, training, so I can look at the temple. So, Alfie, why are you here? What do you bring to the table?
Well, I mean, that's irrelevant right now.
Well, no, it's not. We're supposed to be specialists.
Yeah, you're the one who found
Actually,
these
see what?
papers. You know to look at this through all of this stuff. You found it. What do you know about what's going on here?
I don't know anything about what's going on here. Truth be told, I lied on my application form. I'm just a reporter. I'm
Your
a
name's
journalist.
not Alfie?
What did
Yes.
you say you were? What did you lie about?
That's a very good question, and I'll have to get back to you on that.
Well, we were obviously brought here for a reason. You've obviously got talents that you obviously don't realise. This is all irrelevant right now. Right now, we are stood in the middle of a jungle, lots of dead things around, a lizard person, and we don't know where we're going. What do you suggest
Look,
we
we
do?
need one of the doctors to maybe look over this lizard person. It could be some kind of infection for all we know.
Have you seen? The time is ticking. We need to get to the camp and get safe. We're not just going to stay here. And we need to speak to the aides. And I was marching off to try and speak to the aides, see if they know where we're going.
Did you show us the map, by the way?
Yes.
Oh,
Um,
right.
Yeah, I will have done. I suppose.
Okay, so
It's
we'll
meant for
show everybody the map. Hold on 1 second, I'll show everybody the map.
with Jamie saying that, I'm gonna go and get the soldier and try and.
He can show us the site of the battle, surely. He's a soldier.
Get him a
That's-
Paraguayan army
Yeah, if he was
uniform.
involved.
Yeah. So, because obviously, I mean, would we have something to at least tell us which way is north? Somewhere.
I would imagine so. I would.
Yeah.
You would probably. Yeah.
So from that, it's just trying to get just
Hunter's
assume
got a
which
compass.
way. So
And
I'm just-
The map appears to show a trail, so and you have been following the trail.
Okay, so maybe we can orient ourselves from there.
Yeah.
Karina, you speak Spanish. Speak to the locals and find out if they know where this aid camp is. Maybe they've heard from other things about what's going on in the area. Maybe they'd share it with you, being a Spanish speaker yourself.
I mean, I'll ask anyone I can. Like I say, I'll start with the soldier because they've obviously been traipsing through this jungle from what he said. Because I also want to know more about what he remembers.
And Vincent, what special skills did you have that... Oh, yes, that's right. Other than grave robbing, since we do have to go see a mummy, what skills were you hired for?
Ignores the fact he just saw me kill 2 men in 20 seconds. I'm a linguist. I'm here to talk to people. I understand every language. I'm a polyglot.
You mean like the language I asked you to translate and you stomped on?
It wasn't a language, it was a child's drawings. I discarded it.
Ah.
I can't believe we've lost that.
I know, I'm sorry. That's what I get for getting 2 crits.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh god. Is it
Very,
totally
very
destroyed? Can we
sporting
not
of
get
you
it out
to-
on a hairdryer or something?
To use
or-
a
It's-
shotgun at point blank range and to claim how good you are at killing people.
You didn't see the first one.
Vincent, killer extraordinaire. That's how you shall
So-
be known from now on. You hear
Jamie,
that,
you've
Alfie?
been-
Write that down. Vincent, killer extraordinaire.
So Jamie, you've been tampering with the rather inexpertly with the radio.
I did.
But even with your limited knowledge, you can see that it's not going to be possible to repair it without some replacement parts.
Okay. Damn
Some
it.
of the valves have been like completely destroyed.
Okay, this radio's just not working. Right. We need to get to the aid camp. All this is just not getting us anywhere, and it's not safe. We can't be out here by nightfall. So we need to gather our senses, and we need to go forward. Has anyone spoken to the aides about getting there?
Have they all returned?
Yes, so yeah, by
Packed in
now
the
they're
mules.
probably by now everybody's they've managed to recover the mules and yeah.
Yes, well,
I mean,
obviously.
they may not speak English. I mean, perhaps Vincent, perhaps you could speak to them see if they.
Karina's a better bet because they are Spanish native speakers.
So the porter, keeping the names, we want to call them pallbearers, but we don't need them yet.
Wow.
Not yet. Although we kind of do for
we do have a few, but
We've got some for the NPCs.
But yeah, so the porters do speak broken English. They're not from this area. They were hired at the point where you originally dropped off.
Okay, so I'll speak to them in El Englisho then.
yes.
But yeah, they don't know where they've never been to this aid camp.
Right, okay.
Nobody's been. You know, they're
Well,
all
if we're
they're all
on a
new
trail,
recruits.
if we're on a trail, then best bet is follow the trail, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the doctors and nurses are all new recruits. They were on Caduceus's staff payroll, but yeah, they're new to this area.
Do I feel like they're telling me the truth when they say they've never been there?
Oh, you can make a psychology roll, I guess.
So, yes, please.
I did send somebody a whisper, so I don't know if they saw it or not. But you should see somebody got a whisper in chat.
Which chat?
Foundry, right?
Oh, Foundry. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they're definitely genuine.
I wouldn't know where to look, so I'm assuming it's not me.
They're
In the Foundry chat.
Yeah. Look.
They're not trying to they're not trying to pull a fast one. They're not spinning your line.
We still need to get to we can't listen to what that. Well, unless we break off from the rest of the party, we can tell them to go to the aid camp and we can go ourselves. But we don't want anybody knowing that we're going to steal a mummy and artifacts. So either we leave here, where we are on the trail, and try to find the site of the battle, or we first go to the aid camp with everybody else. But I have a funny feeling that maybe everybody else going to the aid camp was to distract our departure, and that maybe we do need to go to the site of the battle before the aid camp. That's what the letter specifically said.
We don't know what battle they're talking about.
You should first make your way to the site of the recent confrontation.
I assume somebody at the aid camp knows about that.
I'm a bit worried about a level 3 threat.
What does that mean?
It
Obviously,
doesn't
it's
mean something good.
Code.
We need to go to the aid camp.
Yes,
Where
we do.
are we?
Where is it?
If our threats are measured in levels, where the hell are we?
Does any of this mean anything to you, Katrina?
No, I don't really understand any of this at the minute. But level 3 threat, it would appear it's very serious. Just from my own knowledge of things, level 3 is not something to be taken lightly. If you are really sincerely on about going to this site, then yeah, preparations would be needed.
I mean, I'm immediately suspicious of Katrina after she says that.
She's trying to take us to she's trying to lead us to the level 3 threat.
I mean, the threat scale might be from 0 to 100 for all we know.
Yeah, it's
Well,
level
that's
3
what I
threat.
think
It's serious. Let's go.
From what I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the map, it seems to have a trail. If we follow the trail we're on,
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get somewhere at the end of it. And as long as I think if we kind of need to move out of this area. I don't really want to be around the.
It should take us to the aid
Yeah.
camp if we stay on the trail.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could lead the way then, Randall.
Ow.
Yes, I
Yeah,
shall.
I was going to mention going up the front. Randall should be up the front. He's the hunter. He must have the
Yeah.
keenest eye.
I will
Exactly.
definitely be able to follow tracks if there were regular tracks back and forth to the aid camp. Then
Would navigate help?
Yes.
Okay, so would I be able to do a roll on navigate? So try and look at the lay of the land.
What level of navigator have you got?
50.
50 with 50 and with the map and with the compass, you're pretty not 100% certain, but pretty confident that you can get the group to the camp.
Okay.
That's quite
Nice.
impressive.
Nice.
Quite impressive skills there at navigation. They
I had
teach you
quite a
that on the
decent spot. I
farm,
didn't know
eh?
I wanted to take like a second point behind Randall, watching his back, watching for things around. So if he's out in front, I'll be in front of the group. Second.
You're right. You just follow that forward, and then you go, and then you front to that tree there, and you veer off southwest, and I'll start.
Okay. I'm going to call
Right,
everybody to a
directions.
halt. Vincent, you see that over there? Listen to that noise. That's the call of a cockatrice. Very, very, very rare breed. Lovely plumage. Very, very, very hard to hunt. You see me unsling my rifle. But perhaps now is not the time. And I continue
Perhaps
on.
now is not the time.
We'll have to come back this way later.
Do I hear a certain call from a certain bird, or is he just talking shit?
You can distinguish anything from the background noise.
No, I've got no idea. Oh yeah, I hear it. Yeah. What an ear you have. Thanks for teaching me that. Anyway, you're supposed to be out in front. I'm watching your back.
Moving,
Talk to me.
moving back. Moving.
Randall, it's not that way. Slightly left. God's sake, just can you not? Supposed to be hunting. Can you not see the track? It's quite clear to see.
Yes,
Distracted by birds.
of course, of course. I heard about the farm that did that kind of training.
You're like a fishwife with gossiping. Just keep your mind on what we're doing.
I know.
Okay.
We were being shot
Gossip
at 5
is
minutes
exactly
ago,
how
and
I
he
built
told me
my
birds and the
reputation.
trees.
I mean, you must be quite excited though, Jamie. I mean, it mentions a mummy here.
Well, yes, that has, sparked my interest slightly. So the quicker we get to the aid camp, the quicker we can go and investigate this. But we need to get the base, get established, put our gear down, and get and properly equipped on a full day to go to this site.
You have any idea what a level 3 threat might
No,
be?
but I'm sure we will find out. If we go in fully armed, we'll be fine.
Did you
on the-
learn any threat level classifications at the farm?
Question
No.
for the keeper.
Yeah.
Are we getting paid loads of money so that it would make sense that we're not a humanitarian aid society? Like it's not that suspicious. Like we're getting paid loads of money, so obviously it wasn't what it was. Do you know what I mean? Like, is it obvious it was a front?
No, it's
No?
Yeah, I mean, you
Are we getting paid like humanitarians, like
Yeah,
aid guys?
you're getting well compensated for your services. Yeah, but that's but the Caduceus organization is has a reputation for that. It's not unique to you. That's how they attract. That's how they attract new staff, new members, because they pay well.
So everybody's that works for Caduceus is well paid.
Yeah,
But does that make it obvious?
that's up to you to decide. I guess that's for you to decide.
I mean,
Okay.
You've
Well,
got, yeah.
Randy
we're
Savage
entering.
doesn't
We're
come
entering
cheap.
kind of. Well, we're kind of entering like a war zone, effectively, aren't we? I suppose,
Yeah.
Yes.
which means that we probably have to be paid reasonably well to go
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
I'm thinking, is it like ridiculously high so it's kind of obvious that we're doing something dodgy?
Oh no, it's not. No, the pay's not stupidly high. No.
Yeah.
But higher, possibly higher than other organisations, other charitable organisations. will be
Getting
able
paid
to
better
afford.
than the guys who work for the Red Cross.
Yeah. But the organisation's got an established reputation for doing this. It's been doing it for like nearly 3 decades.
Okay. Just thinking back to like my mob ties and stuff. Do I know anything about this organisation? Is it
No.
like dodgy like that?
No. No.
Okay.
There's no indication of anything like that.
As we're going along on this journey, I'm gonna be trying to see if the soldier knows anything about the area. I'm trying to be friendly with him, but also get as much information out of him as I can, of like where they came from, how many days had it been since he remembered, like anything weird with the captain, just all the usual stuff. But
Yeah.
not so much an interrogation, but trying to make it more into a conversation, I guess.
Okay.
So I think I would have started off with the map, like asking, it's like, so, do you know this area? I mean, it's a very basic map, obviously, but asking if he knows the area, knows the, what's it called, the fjord. The
So,
fjord and
It
everything.
tells you one. Well, in fact, you can make a. I know. Do you want to make a charm roll? I guess he'll be trying to befriend the guy. So, give us a charm roll.
Oh, you
Wow.
charm.
Oh wow!
Oh,
wow!
really?
Wow! Oh, you're good at charming anyway. You get the 10 for talent. Right. Okay. So yeah, you eat. Turning on the charm, he warms up to you probably, and he tells you the last thing. His memory's still hazy, but there's something happened that he just can't remember. It's like there's a block in his memory. But it says the last thing he clearly remembers is that the captain ordered their platoon or their unit to capture the aid camp, and then they had to search for these circular circle stone slabs. And that's
Okay.
all he can remember. That's all it tries to explain, like as if that's all that was in his head.
Okay. So after having the conversation and him reiterating that's all he knows, it's just like try and calm him down, and maybe see about getting him something to eat or drink.
That's
And
very
then
excellent, Karina. I think
Sleeping
you
with the
are,
enemy, I like it.
you're giving him. It looks to me like he is succumbing to Stockholm syndrome. That is perfect. This is exactly where we want him.
Exactly, yes.
I wouldn't say it's Stockholm syndrome. He's told me everything he can actually remember.
What was that?
He's lost his memory. It was him. This captain told them to take the aid camp.
Did
Wait,
they
wait,
do
wait,
that
wait.
already before coming to us, or were they on their way to do that?
Well, that would explain why we've lost contact with them, wouldn't it?
Yes, it's one of the last things he remembers. So this has already happened, and then his captain asked them all to search for some stone slabs of some sort. Yeah, he doesn't see that. That seems to be the only thing on his brain. I've asked him different things about the area and what's going on, but that's the only thing that seems to be stuck in his mind. It's a very strange situation.
Stone slabs.
Yeah.
Was there any mention of that on the map?
No.
Didn't seem to know what they were for either, so just that the captain or whatever it was wanted them.
Captain. Stone captain.
I mean, does that mean that they killed everybody at the camp?
I mean, they were ready to kill all of us, so highly possible.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe it was enough that they just found these stones, but we didn't see any stones around. Maybe they didn't get to the aid camp yet. Maybe they were on their way. Maybe it's just a coincidence that it's been 2 days and the radio was broken. I think we should get to the aid camp, and I'm gonna like hurry along because I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
Move them forward.
Oh, I've been carrying on walking while you lot have all dithering and gossiping.
Can't do for that gossip, can you?
No.
Okay.
Couldn't quite
So-
see gossiping. Talking about how we're going to not die.
So you follow the trail for it's slow going because the trail meanders and like winds back and forth. It probably takes about 3 hours. It's like mid-afternoon when you finally emerge from the jungle into a large clearing where the aid camp is located. Let's see. There you go. That's the aid camp.
Ah.
Okay, so the camp is situated in a small village named Bamba Rumi. So, Vinny, you can make one of your checks to see if that's any relevance to you. You being a linguist and what have you.
Bamba.
Bamba Rumi.
What do I roll?
Education, I guess.
Yep. Okay. It's not my best at like. Nope.
Okay.
Not even close.
So the village, the houses in this village are small 1 or 2 room buildings with adobe walls, tiny windows, thatched roofs. But the village has been devastated by the war, and many of the houses lie in ruins. Amongst the ruins, canvas tents have been erected, and you can see caduceus doctors and nurses and other aid workers from the foundation are working at the camp, tending to sick and injured. On the right side of the camp appears to be like split in 2, and the right side of the camp are Bolivian soldiers.
Oh.
Now would be a good time for you to put on that uniform, Vincent.
They're not injured or anything, are they? They're
So you
You knew all along that I was clever with that, taking that, yeah. I'll put on said uniform.
So you enter the camp through this. The trail enters the camp through the south side. The soldiers are located on the kind of northeast side of the village. So they're kind of milling about. They're not interacting with any of the caduceus staff.
But is there any way to tell that the Caduceus staff are threatened by these soldiers? Like these soldiers have got these guys captive in the camp.
Well, they seem to be. So those caduceus staff. They just seem to be going about the visitors.
They don't look threatened at all. They don't look like these guys have got them at gunpoint.
No, I mean the soldiers are literally over the far side near the northeast side, and they keeping completely separate from the caduceus staff, who just seem to be going about their business as normal.
Karina, do you trust this soldier not to tell those soldiers that we killed their captain? I mean, that Jamie killed their captain?
Just running to the hallway and towards the kitchen.
Sorry. No.
You don't?
No, I haven't. I kind of.
I mean, what happens when
control of him.
that soldier finds his... This could be very bad. Vincent, you're good at executing people coldly and close up.
I don't think that needs to happen.
Also got a good chance of getting close up to them as well. I see what you're thinking, Bandy.
I'm just thinking I don't want this soldier telling the other soldiers that we're the enemy.
Exactly. I think we take advantage of the element of surprise here. I see exactly your train of thought. I think we go with that.
I
Or
don't
maybe
know
we
that you
could
think
just
of my
talk to
train
them.
of thought, which is the same train of thought that you think.
Chaos. No, I mean, we could.
Yeah, maybe you just hold back here with that Bolivian soldier and, in your uniform and just kind of stay here out of
Stand
the
away from my uniform with my back to them, like I'm giving him orders, talking to him, and keep him busy. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
that'll
what
do.
I was thinking.
Yeah, I totally wasn't thinking of murdering those guys.
That's good. That's very good. We don't want to start.
So while you stood there, a doctor spots you as he's coming out of the mess tent here, and he waves. He says, "Ah, says, finally you've arrived." And he strides, comes walking over. And this is here you go. Doctor comes walking over.
But why are there Bolivian soldiers in Paraguay?
This is, they came to the camp about 2 days ago and took over, smashed the radio. Where's Dr. Yassini?
He was killed.
didn't make-
What do you mean he was killed?
I'm assuming
what's-
we brought the body somehow in a cart or in a mule.
I don't know. Nobody mentioned bringing the body, to be honest.
Oh, I don't know if we would have or if any of the staff would have, but
I would assume that you'd at least have brought Doctor. Yeah,
I don't think we would
bodies
leave
of the
any
people.
bodies behind in the.
No.
But it's just not. The
I
human
assume
thing
you've
to
left the
do.
bodies of the soldiers behind.
Yeah.
I mean,
Would we have left the captain's body behind?
I'm assuming a cairn would have been built with all these stones that they're looking for.
I
We
wasn't
didn't
trying
say
to
so. I think we
keep
did.
headless bodies back with me.
That's up to you. That's up to the keeper.
If we did drag bodies with us, I wasn't involved. That's
No,
up to me.
I mean nobody said anything, so I'm assuming you brought the doctor's body and the porter's body, but
Okay.
I'm presuming you just left the soldiers where they were. I mean,
Okay.
you could always go back and get them if you wanted.
Maybe we will.
But yeah, just
we were attacked by Bolivian soldiers too. That's why we're concerned about those there.
Well,
What do they
haven't
want?
I don't know. As I say, they turned up at the camp 2 days ago and just took over. I mean, they forcibly removed us from, and the locals from the few remaining houses on the northeast side of the village. But other than that, they've left us to get on with our work. Other than smashing the radio, of course.
is there another captain or leader with them?
There's a captain, a lieutenant, and a sergeant. They're all out at the moment. There's only 2 or 3 soldiers actually in the camp at the moment. They've been going out every day on patrol.
I'll kind of gesture over to the fellow that's with us and like, was he with the group that went out today?
Does he recognise him? Let's see.
Just killed the group that went out today.
Says I'm not sure. The soldiers pretty much keep themselves. So long as we stay out of the way, that's they don't bother us. But I'd like to see them gone.
Well, if there's only one captain with them, then we're halfway there.
What do you mean?
We ran into one of the patrols, it would seem, on the way.
I sort of looked a little bit concerned. And what do you mean? You ran into one of the patrols?
Well, sadly, that's why the doctor is no longer with us. Oh, so to say why the doctor is no longer with us. They opened fire.
I think you better tell me what's happened. And he motions you to follow him to his tent. To one of these staff tents just over here. So as you head before you head, take the equipment that they brought and where they need to where their new duties are to be in the camp, and so they all split off, leaving you to follow Dr. Gomez to his tent.
Is this the... Wait, what was the doctor's name?
Dr. Gomez.
No, the one in the letter. Is Gomez the same name?
You see? No, that was the doctor that we came with when they were killed.
Yeah.
The name on the end of the letter was
I supposed it, but...
I shall make it I'll make it so you can see it. Let's see. It was Shapiro, the name on the end of the letter.
No, who was supposed to give the letter to at
Oh,
this camp?
Dr. Gomez.
Okay. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, this doctor, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll follow him in.
Okay, so once you're inside, he goes and quickly checks outside the tent, making sure there's nobody nearby. So what do you mean? What happened? What happened? What happened to the doctor? What happened to Dr. Asuni? What do you mean? You ran into one of the patrols?
Well, we were making our way here. Well, now it appears they were doing their patrols, but they came upon us and just opened fire. And sadly, the doctor was the first one hit.
And you made it. You escaped. You made it out. How did you get away? Well, what happened?
Well, we defended ourselves. But as soon as the captain was incapacitated, two of the soldiers ran, and obviously, I had hold of this fellow with us, and he stayed with us. But he doesn't seem to remember much of anything.
What do you mean incapacitated?
Well, he's dead. Trying to, but he's...
You killed him? You killed the captain? Says, my God, what if they find out you killed the... They'll kill everybody here.
Well...
So the men escape. Get them to leave the camp. If they find out...
Has their demeanour changed at all in the last however long it's been since that happened for us?
What do you mean their demeanour? How's their demeanour changed?
Well, the gentleman that is with us, he stayed with us, he chatted with him. He doesn't remember anything other than the last thing he remembers is coming to this camp and then being told to go out and search for something, and that is all. He seemed quite shocked when we told him it was Sunday. He doesn't seem to remember anything. But it was like as soon as the captain went down and he seemed to, I don't know, just get very confused about where he was and what he was doing.
Yeah. The soldier's behaviour is a little strange. I suppose Lorenzo, he noticed it before the rest of us. Just something odd. Lorenzo, he served in the Great War, and he said it was almost like they were suffering from shell shock.
It's quite possible. I mean, this soldier looks exhausted.
Yeah, but it's not that. I've seen victims of shell shock. It's something, but it's not that. There is something odd about the behaviour. I'm not interested in that. I want them. I was hoping that when you arrived, you'd be able to negotiate them leaving the camp.
I mean, it's worth a shot, I guess, but I mean, have you tried talking to them at all? Like, why are they holding the camp?
I don't know. Like I say, they came in here, forcibly took over, but as long as we keep to ourselves and don't interfere with whatever it is they're doing, they seem happy to let us continue our job. It's but it's, I won't deny it's got everybody on edge.
I can imagine.
So what are your plans? What are you doing here anyway? I was only expecting the supplies and doctors and nurses. I wasn't expecting a group of mercenaries or whoever you are.
I think at this point,
not
I'd
a
look at
mercenary. I'm a very famous hunter. I am. Do you not recognize me? I mean, the prestige that I bring alone to this endeavor is worth way more. I mean, and it's a good thing we were here too, because otherwise you would not have even gotten these supplies.
You'll have to forgive me, Mr.
Savage. Not by nature,
course.
just by name.
Of course, you'll have to forgive me, Mr. Savage, but no, I'm afraid I don't recognise you.
Randy
Perhaps your
Savage.
prestigious talents can be turned to some use to help us extract us from this rather awkward situation.
Well, if you're asking to be extracted, well, isn't it Caduceus that's going to extract you from here? Which was the parent organization that put you here in the first place.
Well, Caduceus sent you here, didn't he?
Yes, because they're a benevolent society to aid your camp. Were they the ones who also instituted this camp, or are they just supporting your efforts?
They sent us here. We're here on a humanitarian effort to aid the locals that have been affected by the conflict.
I just want
Luckily, the war is the focus of the war has shifted from the area.
I see.
What are you?
I just don't know if we were. Was I shown the letter for this doctor or no?
So you've. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, did Alfie show it to me or not? I don't remember.
I showed it to everyone.
No.
Not a sealed letter,
Not
but the
the
one that was open. Yeah,
Okay.
the one from Shapiro.
I see. Okay, that
Everybody's seen that.
one. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Sorry,
I
I
don't
think
have
you
context
told.
for the other one.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah, I
tell.
read it out. Yeah.
Did you tell Randall about the sealed letter?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think you told him about the letter, but I'm not sure. But it's up to you. I'll let you decide.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
re-
I know
I-
he's got it. I've seen it.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have. I told them I went through his stuff and that there was dynamite and a gun in there.
Yeah.
Tell them about the other letter, the one in your pocket.
What?
Tell them about the other letter, the one in your pocket.
Well, this one.
Yeah, that one.
I pull out the sealed envelope then.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so the letter, you can see the letter's got the name Dr. Gomez written on it.
And that's this fella here, right?
Yep.
Well, this is for you, apparently.
Alright. Okay, so he takes it and opens the envelope and takes the letter out and reads it.
Have we met anybody called Shapiro yet?
This is Dr. Gomez. Looks. Are you sure you're employed by Caduceus? Shapiro's the one of the handlers back at the New York headquarters. Did Dr. Assini not tell you anything?
you didn't get a chance.
No, apparently he was to brief us when he felt it was right. I assume he was shot before that time arrived. What is going on here? What is the level 3 threat? What
Sorry.
is this mummy he's referring to?
What? He's clearly just been outside to. Like, Alfie, what are you
talking about, a mummy?
What are you talking about?
He just he finishes reading this letter and it just kind of chucks it to one side. So you can clearly see, it lands on the table and you can clearly see what it says.
Okay.
It says, excuse me, it's dated 12th of March 1933. Dear Dr. Gomez, we hope that all is well at the camp. This letter should be handed to you by Dr. Arturo Usini, a trusted member of our organization. He and his team have important work to conduct in the vicinity of your camp. Please extend to him and his team your support and hospitality. I trust the additional staff and supplies that he brings will prove useful. Yours sincerely, Shapiro.
Right, so he knows nothing about
Yeah.
Great. Look, there was more than one letter that Dr. Orsini had on him. I assume you're employed by Caduceus as well?
It kind of points to the like logo on his
Yeah.
his smock. Yeah, we're all Caduceus employees.
Well, I think there may be more to this than even you know.
So what is this other business you've got?
Well,
It
we don't
seems-
actually know what it is. He mentioned that we had another letter. There was another letter that Orsini had. It mentions a conflict. Do you know anything about a conflict that happened near here?
Yes, there was a battle across the ford, about a couple of miles west of here.
And that's exactly what it said on the map, wasn't it?
It was source of the majority of the people who were assisting here in the camp.
So were you at the site of the battle? Did you treat soldiers at the site?
We didn't treat soldiers. We're treating locals that were caught up in the fire, that were caught in the crossfire.
So this was a battle between the soldiers?
Yeah, the Bolivian army and the Peruvian army. They're fighting over territories, supposedly oil. I don't know. We like I say, I'm not interested in that. We're here to help these people.
Of course.
Well, that's interesting. You know where the site of the battle is, though? The conflict that occurred?
Yeah, yes. Guerrero can probably show you where it is. He's
Guerrero?
He's a local. Helps us out. There was a thriving village here before the conflict.
Have any of the Bolivian soldiers shown any interest in that area?
Not that I'm aware of. Like I say, they're going out. They go out on daily. They go out on patrol. Split into 3 groups. Captain takes one group.
Did they
Lieutenant
just shoot
another.
everything they see?
We haven't heard or seen any suggestion that there's been any more fighting. As I say, the conflict, the fighting in the battle has moved on from here. Things have been quite peaceful.
Are these groups that the captain takes out, how large are they normally?
There's about six soldiers in each group. There are 3 groups, 18 soldiers, and then they always leave 2 behind to keep an eye on the camp
They go out every day.
every day. I don't know what they're doing. Like I say, they're the only soldiers in the area. The whole conflict has moved on.
Alfie, we got to get out of here before they realize the captain and his men aren't coming back. They're going to send out search parties. They're going to see that they've been killed. They're going to see that we have weapons. We didn't hide the bodies. They're just out there.
Yeah.
When how are we going to stop them? They do this daily.
Got to stop them. We got to get out of here.
How many are there right now? I think we strike while the iron is hot.
There are 18
What are
of
you
them.
suggesting, Mr. Lazaro?
No, most of them are out. There's only a few of them here now.
Two.
You're
They
suggesting
always
we-
leave 2
Soldiers.
behind.
The soldiers. There's only 2.
We would have warned you, but as I say, one of the first things they did 2 days ago was destroy the radio.
That's okay.
not
We
been able to
destroyed
do that.
ours.
In retaliation, we destroyed ours. Are you suggesting we should do away with the soldiers that are here,
I'm
Mr.
suggesting
Lazaro?
we just took out 1/3 of them already. There's only 2 here at a time. We can easily take out another 2 of them.
You poor child. What a childhood you must have had. You
Oh, it's rough in
suggesting we
Hell's Kitchen.
just go kill people indiscriminately as a solution to our problems?
No, to a solution for all these people's problems here. I think there's only 2 soldiers here at a time. We can easily kill 2 people.
And what happens when the lieutenant and the sergeant return with the other 2 patrols?
We're waiting for them.
What's your plan B?
So you can take out 2 patrols.
We took out 1 already when they surprised us.
No, we didn't. 2 soldiers ran off.
Yeah, but they clearly not come back here, so...
I'm just
Well, we
thinking
don't-
about numbers and the odds. Like, we already took out 1/3 of the soldiers in this
What if
force.
those other soldiers have found those other patrols and warned them that we're in the area?
Then they're already coming back here.
Look, I'm as okay with anybody else at hunting game and killing. That's sportsmanlike. But to coldly plan an ambush and kill people...
It's not cold. They tried to kill us first. We're not
They're-
cold and murdering these people. We're trying to defend
Obviously,
ourselves.
they're here looking for something. And the way to get rid of them is to get them, find what they're looking for, and give it to them. So they'll leave, or they'll encounter the Paraguayan or Peruvian or whatever army is over here and out to get them. And then that'll be it. But we don't have to dirty our hands.
My hands are already pretty dirty, but
This
let's
is
hear
not
your
our
plan.
conflict. This is...
I've got a feeling we already know what they're looking for, and that they've been looking for days and haven't found it, then we are at a less of a chance to find it.
We have a captain looking for a stone. That's not at all anything referred to what we're referring to in our letter. We're not looking for the same thing. They can look for what they want, and then we could find whatever whatever we need to find to get back. I mean, Caduceus is paying us money. They're our employer.
So we just leave camp. Is that what you're saying?
Option B, we destroy the letter and just go back and pretend we never knew about it. But I don't know that all of you, and I'm looking at Jamie, are going to keep this secret. If they find out we knew what we're here to do, I mean, our reputation is tarnished.
So Dr. Gomez says, you said you had a radio, but it's broken?
Perhaps if you could take this radio and use parts to fix your radio, maybe you can radio whoever you need to.
Maybe you can do the reverse. There's no fixing our radio.
Jamie, can you tell the doctor what parts you would need off of the main radio to fix this one? Then you'll have a radio that talks to nobody?
I can try.
Didn't we get a radio off the
So you had two
dead soldiers as well, right?
But yeah, they were just like two-way radios.
Have we had it on? Has
Oh, would
Karina
there-
been monitoring the other radio?
Sorry?
Go ahead.
I haven't been monitoring any radio. I
And I'm
wasn't
just
given a
thinking
radio.
that there may be parts that we can use from the working set. Maybe.
Yeah.
What did I use before? What did I use before to?
Electrical repair.
Something.
Yeah, electrical repair to repair it. But it's but like I say, you've got your knowledge is limited, but you could see that there was it's the reason why it's not working is because there's a couple of valves were broken.
Right.
But we can salvage those valves off this working radio kit that we got from.
Not with that rod, I can't.
So not from the two-way radios because they're just literally like
Handheld,
two
yeah.
handheld things.
Okay.
So this is the radio that you've got is a big like
Oh, the backpack radios that they had in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of like Radio Ham, but you're worldwide kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because you have to, like I say, it's got a big aerial that needs to be set up a high
Telemetry or
point.
something.
But it might be possible to the radio they had in camp will it be in a similar radio?
So we could, salvage the parts from both of them to make one working. All right, Jamie, is that something you could do?
Maybe with time. I'll have to look
And
at them
we
both
don't
together.
have a lot of time, unfortunately.
Well, I need to examine them. My electrical repair is limited. I can do the best I
Anybody
can.
else?
I can do the best I can.
Have any experience with these?
I could give it a try and see if I could help Jamie out.
If they were to work on it together, would that?
Get a bonus die with that.
I literally have a limited knowledge of 10.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
It's an opportunity to grow.
Okay, so I'll try again with him looking with me. So is that +1?
Okay, so you'll have to. So Dr. Gomez says he shows you over to the radio tent,
Okay, yeah. Cool.
where indeed you do find that the camp radio is just in pieces, it's been completely smashed.
Oh gosh. Oh, I don't think
but-
we're going to get much of this, but I'll have a look.
Okay, so it will probably take you some time to find it to scavenge
Oh,
it.
so close. Nice.
So you can spend luck.
And look.
Oh, I'll spend 4 look.
Oh,
Hey.
So if you click on the
Yeah,
on the
click it,
and it'll expand it, and there'll be an option to push or spend luck.
So you just click on it, not right click.
Fend 4 look.
There you go.
Okay, so
Yay!
that will take you. It'll take you an hour or two to repair it. So what's everybody else doing while Randy and Jamie are doing that?
Perhaps we could see what we can find out from the Bolivian soldiers that are in camp, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, because that was my thought of maybe attempting to talk to them. Because did they react in any sort of way or notice that we came to the camp?
If they noticed, they didn't react. They were kind of. You can see it. I mean, even just looking outside the tent, you can see them. They just kind of stood, like as if they just stood on guard duty, just by the buildings.
And do they seem as vacant as the other guys did?
Hard to tell from this distance.
Let's. I don't know. Perhaps we should go and speak with them and see what we can find out from them. Mr. Lazaro?
Let's go then. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so the three of you going over there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Los Fueros Cableros.
as you are heading over there, you can make a spot hidden roll, the three of you.
No, I bet you I can't.
Spot hidden. Nah.
Oh, made it.
Yeah, you
Alf
did.
is it? Okay, so
Alf.
Alf, so
I made
as
a
you're
roll.
as you're heading over there, maybe the other two get slightly ahead of you. Maybe you like stop to tie your shoelaces or something, or
Yeah.
whatever. But some movement draws your eye towards the hospital tent, and you see a young nurse, maybe she can't be early 20s, sneaking out of the hospital tent and looking. She couldn't look more suspicious if she tried.
Yeah.
She's like almost comically sneaking. Yeah, almost as bad as that.
Okay.
And then she kind of makes a dash for the round the other side of this building that's next to the showers.
Perhaps I detach myself from the other two then.
Okay.
Can I make my way around the other side? Kind of
Yeah,
meet
yeah.
around?
Yeah.
That's...
You're going to tell them, or are you just going to like?
No, I'll let them. I'll let them go ahead.
Okay.
And I've seen that. Thought that's a bit odd, and I'll
Fair enough.
see around.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you two approach the soldiers. It's not until you get to the soldiers and start to engage them in conversation that you notice that Alf is no longer with you.
Okay, is this me and Karina?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll
So
say
these
hello
are
to the gentlemen.
So as you greet these soldiers, it's immediately apparent that they're in the same state as the other soldiers. They've almost got a vacant look to them, and they seem permanently distracted when you're trying to talk to them. And again, the uniforms are dirty and tatty, and they're covered in like scratches and small wounds that have been untended. The hair's unkempt. They look like they've barely slept, and they stink.
Okay. They can consider themselves minus a wallet each for a start.
You're going to try and rob them, are you?
Oh yeah.
Give it a sleight of hand then.
I mean, I'm not sure that these soldiers will be super well paid, but
I need this money, mate.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
there you go.
nice.
Okay. Yeah. So what? Okay. So yeah. What's Katrina doing then? So while you're talking to him, Vinny's visibly removing things from the pockets.
Well, I think going off what state the other guy was in, I maybe would have brought like a couple of canteens or like, glasses of water or something over to hand to them while greeting them, and just be like, it's just in a sense trying to find out what they're doing. Just like how like just straight up just asking how long are you planning to stay in camp for? Just like constantly trying to get their attention back if they see me distracted.
They kind of look at you, almost as if at first they're looking straight through you, and then seem to just suddenly seem to notice you and say, "We're here till the stones are found."
Okay. Well, what kind of stones are they? We may be able to help you in some way.
Round, big, round slab, big slabs of stone. That's what the captain said. Round stone.
Okay.
In the jungle somewhere.
I'll be like, now that I've got his attention, I'll be like, why don't you just take a seat? Like making them drink again, and just getting them basically just sit down on the floor. It's like, why are you looking for these stones? You don't seem to be on the nicest side of things.
Because the captain told us to. Found the first one on the battlefield.
So, why have you stopped here to find the stones? Why not carry on going all of you?
Because this is near the stones. The first one is the first of 5.
Oh, so you're claiming this as your camp?
The captain told us to take this camp. We're here to find the stones.
Okay. I'll kind of like stand back up. I'll pull back and look at Vinny. It's like, this is pretty much exactly what the other guy said.
Yeah, he doesn't know his captain's not coming back. We're not going to tell him that.
No. I don't think they'd even noticed for a few days, to be honest, in the state that they're going.
These men are not of sound mind. They're under some trance or spell or some voodoo bullshit.
A lot of stress. But yeah.
Right, they're suddenly like sort of like become alert, and they brandish the weapons and start shouting at you to back off. Back off! Get back!
Yeah, so we'll just
this is our side of the camp. Meanwhile, Alfie, you like make your way around the far side of this building. And you come across this young nurse, and you clearly take her by surprise as she is injecting a hypodermic needle into her arm.
Oh.
Roll sanity.
And she kind of like starts back on drops the needle with what's kind of hanging out of her arm. She sort of like scuttles back again and falls back against the wall. Who are you?
All right.
Who are you? Whoa, what's going on? I wasn't doing anything. Are you with them?
Them?
And she gets up and walks towards you and starts prodding you in the chest. Oh, well, you're definitely there then.
What are you talking about?
Are you one of those?
Those what? What are you talking about?
I told the others, but they wouldn't believe me.
Well, tell me, because I'm very gullible. No. What are you talking about? Who are they? What? Why are you sneaking around? What is that you're injecting yourself with?
It's medicine. I need the medicine. It's
Are you unwell?
it helps me forget. Helps.
Oh, that kind of medicine.
It helps block out the visions.
Um,
Around you don't know who to trust.
what are you talking about? Who are you referring to? Who don't you trust?
You can make a charm or a persuade roll if you wish.
Oh, you know I will. I'm gonna go with charm because that's the thing I least suck at. Let's see. Oh, nice.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Yeah.
She falls in love with them.
Sounds
I mean,
familiar.
It's pretty charming.
I saw him in his tent, taking his skin off.
The Bolivian soldier, the captain.
Captain and the lieutenant and the sergeant, they took the skin off, peeled it right off, and she just starts laughing.
Oh dear.
It's just ridiculous. They just peeled it right off there in front of me in the tent.
Yes, I understand. Yes, we've seen the captain. He's dead now. We killed him.
We're all dead. We're all dead now. And she just runs off.
But wait!
This hypodermic still hanging out of her arm.
Oh. She just run up into the jungle, has she?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no.
She just runs straight off out of the camp straight into the jungle.
Okay.
Oh.
Needle still flapping from her arm.
Yeah. Yes, I suppose it's well, it's not quite the cliffhanger I was intending to finish on, but it's we're getting a little bit later. So
But it's 1 a.m.
Oh my god.